Say I need your love.
Me need you close to me. Me tell her say me stay on the road.
Bad energy stay far away. Make you stay far away.
Just give me love for the night. Give me love for the night, girl.
Turn it down, turn it down. No doesn't get it, so turn it down.
Why was he looking at us like that?
Bro, he's judging us so bad.
He's judging Daniel.
Nah.
Yeah, he was doing a bit too much.
That song is just
Vibes, I ain't gonna lie, it's vibes.
it's too
I ain't gonna
vibey.
lie, I used to hate it.
No cap, yeah.
I was like, what the hell is
For a
this?
period of time, I didn't like the
I
track.
was like, what's going on? Now I realized I was like, this is not bad.
It's not bad, isn't it?
It's not bad.
Can't do
So
it.
you guys just forgot we have a podcast to do?
Let's play some Arab music out of there.
That's Indian.
that's
Welcome to another episode, guys. This is
going
your
on?
girl Maweezy.
It's Chief Olasaji.
It's Jollof Fries.
It's Prince.
That's it?
Yeah.
Not Prince Carlos?
So it's okay for you to say it's Jollof and then
I don't know. I just wanted to hear the rest of the name, innit?
Prince Hakeem.
Yeah, weesh. He thought, he thinks. But nah, yeah. Welcome to another ep and that. What's happening, yo? How's yours days? Carlos, you're mad tired, apparently, right?
Bro, I'm tired, man.
So you just trying to put on a sexy voice, bro. Just say that.
Let's say you like it.
What?
Wow.
Whoa. Settle.
right there.
I don't like
Stop
where
right
we're going.
there.
I don't like this episode.
It's too spicy
Help
already.
me
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, it's too spicy, man. But yeah, no, what's happening, man?
Well, I just finished my last exam today.
Oh,
so,
congratulations.
you know, cheers
Wait,
to me.
last exam ever?
Boom. That's
No,
not
I
the
wish.
clap.
Just for the year. Thanks, guys. Thanks. So, you know what time it is? It's Hot Girl Summer.
Wait.
Yeah, we're getting our Hot Girl Summer vibes ready.
Wait, so what do you
So,
do
you know-
for this hot girl summer? Like, I
You
don't know.
just
What does that mean? Does it mean
turn up.
is that what it is? I thought that's city girls.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I thought that was City
See,
Girls.
they don't even know what
No.
they
Wait,
are.
well, hey, well, hey, well-
It's a hot girl summer, you know what I mean?
No,
It
what
means,
does that
it's
mean?
Summer, it's hot, we're gonna be out, we're gonna be vibing,
I love Meg Thee Stallion.
you know?
I don't even know why. I
Exactly.
just
Meg Stallion started all this.
Yeah, but now,
did.
and then she got a man.
Yeah, but
Money bag,
bro.
she's still doing her thing.
No, she really isn't.
No, she's not out there
She is,
anymore.
she's still out there.
She's,
I think it's just a facade.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
really not.
Okay,
You know,
man.
that's what they all do. All these rappers and stuff. They come with a trend,
Yeah.
and they let everyone jump on
Everyone
it.
jumps on it.
Relationships break up,
And then it's
everything,
like,
and
is that
they.
lighters?
That's like 50 Cent. You know, he's got all these like different lines of alcohol he's had and all this
Yeah.
kind of stuff, and lyrics about smoking and drinking. The guy doesn't smoke or drink
Yeah.
for years.
Damn.
It's like,
That's actually
Hey, y'all drink, yeah.
you got everyone
you guys like
onto it.
alcohol? Bet.
No, 50, what
money.
did you drink? Huh?
Nah, I gotta work out.
Wait, so that means like at his parties or when he's like
I think
releasing stuff he
maybe
doesn't.
at his parties.
Yeah.
but
So he doesn't
That's
drink
he,
in
doesn't,
that?
he barely drinks.
Man, that's respect. Respect 50.
That's like Beyonce with all the single ladies, or Single Ladies, the song.
Oh, yeah.
And then she had a man
She
the
was
whole
so
time.
married as well.
So married, apparently, man.
Oh,
Damn, man.
gosh.
Maybe she's cheating. I don't know.
Huh?
Huh?
Beyonce
Nah, she
doesn't
got
cheat.
cheated on.
But girls don't cheat. Come on now.
Oh, Ed, you guys see the thing?
Which one?
Well, you know how Solange jumped on Jay-Z
Yeah.
Yeah.
for cheating
Yeah.
on Beyonce? Apparently, she cheated on her mans.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, Solange.
No,
Yeah.
they're just having a divorce because
Nah,
they're
trust me.
going-
Wait.
they're
You
going
don't
different ways.
just have a divorce.
No, they're having a divorce because like they're growing apart, guys. That can happen. People can just grow apart.
So
It
you
doesn't always
tell
have to
me-
be cheating.
Wait, so
You
they
got-
should divorce?
Growing
yeah,
up,
because they're growing apart. They're not.
I don't think you.
I
I,
think
I
they
don't think you can
tried-
grow apart from your partner. Then.
Yeah,
That
hey.
sounds-
let's
No,
talk
no,
about
no.
that.
Because the thing is, right? They met when she was going through like a phase, one of those phases where it's like,
Okay.
like those type of phases.
Low
so
key. I don't want to judge people's marriages, but I kind of felt that might be a thing.
yeah,
Because he's like older.
yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
Like she's what? Or at least at the
I'm-
wedding time, like she was like early 30s, and he was like 53 or something.
Yeah.
Hello.
So she met him when she was going through
What up,
a
Pops?
phase. And so a few years later, you know, she's outgrown that phase, and now it's like, okay, we don't really have that connection
Dang.
anymore. So
Crazy.
black
Yeah.
girls don't cheat. Come on, Carlos.
They
Nah,
just-
look.
Don't be disrespecting us like
I don't
that,
know, man.
Black
Today,
girls don't cheat, they
today
just
I
do
was just
hot girl
scrolling
summer.
through
That's
Insta.
wild.
Ruin their relationship.
I was just
Wow.
looking through Insta, and you know, apparently she's cheating. I don't know. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not.
No.
But if she was
All
cheating,
allegations.
then damn.
Allegations.
Look at her jumping on her defense straight away.
Yeah.
I know,
She
yeah.
was not cheating. I was like, oh, okay, maybe she's not. I don't know.
Bro, even thinking of all this like Jay-Z, Beyonce stuff, right? Everyone's like trying to cancel Jay or something when it was happening or something. Like everyone was trying to cancel Jay so
Queen
bad,
B is a queen, innit?
and yet the Queen Bee wasn't doing none herself.
She stood by her man.
She didn't cancel.
You
I
can
think-
tell they were fully over it. Though,
Yeah,
by
they
the time
dealt
the
with it
music came
behind
out.
behind
It's
closed
genius.
doors. So.
It's genius. It's like, well, we know this is going to come out eventually.
These are these super
Let's
fans now,
go to
So they put it
therapy,
out
let's-
themselves.
and then
Yeah.
let's make some money.
and then make a full album and that.
I don't like that though. People were so quick to forgive him, and then when other people
Why?
Like when
Why
other
why
people
don't
cheat-
you like
Wait,
that?
who are you to
No,
be
because
mad?
it's
Wait,
like-
wait.
If you're gonna treat him in
No,
that
this
way,
is a
treat
question.
everyone else
I
like
treat
that.
everyone in that way.
Tristan Thompson.
That's
Everyone
Yeah,
cancelled
we
him
all
straight
said it
away.
didn't happen.
No.
Tristan Thompson is a different
Tristan, not
story.
the
innit?
second time. The
No, no,
first
no, no.
time I'm talking about. Second time. is
Everyone
fair
did
enough.
forgive him the first time.
Not really. Chloe forgave him, and then everyone was like, "Oh, whatever. Okay, they're back together. It is what it is."
Yeah.
They still didn't like him though. But Jay-Z, everyone's like, "Oh,
Yeah, but that's because Tristan Thompson's not really done anything for people, has he? It's kind of hard to dismiss Jay-Z
Yeah, see.
entirely. Yeah, that means
Tristan
you
Thompson
got
always just play
to
ball
dismiss
and
like
doesn't care about
years
us.
of albums and
Yeah.
movies and a whole basketball
listen.
team in the city. And
With Jay-Z, we like his music. That's it.
we half like Tristan Thompson as a player, bro.
Yeah,
What do
like-
you mean how?
Damn.
Bro, the guy didn't do anything in the conference finals, man. Get out of my face, bro. Man, LeBron had to carry him, man. I'm tired of this guy. Like, you my homie and that, but I'm tired of you, bro.
Wait, Tristan, your homie?
Yeah. Like, I like the dude, but like the guy is useless
Yeah.
as a basketball player.
who
to an
else,
extent,
who
I
else
don't know.
cheated and we didn't forgive them?
Who else did?
Bro, a lot of people cheated.
Bro,
hard.
you know
Yeah, I
who
feel like
cheats
there's
like
quite a
crazy, I think? Eddie Murphy.
Oh, no.
word?
Eddie Murphy has 10 kids from like 9 women.
I know he had like
Something
a sex addiction.
hectic.
Sex
Eddie
addiction.
Murphy.
Yeah, yeah, like
That's a real thing.
he came out,
apparently.
he came out with it. Yeah, he's full talking about it, but I didn't know.
Ooh, Kevin Hart. People
Whoa,
were on
whoa.
his case for so long when he
I think
had that video that leaked, and it
But
wasn't.
were they on this case for that long? Because we forgave him as well. Because it's kind of
Now,
hard
we
to
gave
go-
him, but we were hard on him.
Nah, no one was
Yeah.
actually. He was too
ho-
smart about
The
it.
guy's a
What do you mean?
genius.
He's a
Everything
genius.
he approaches is
Oh, his PR
he's playing
team.
chess. He's playing chess.
Oh man, nah.
Wait, what was so genius
Because I
about
actually want to speak about even his accent and everything, and all that's happened
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well. But he just anything that comes his way,
He knows how to handle it or what.
switch it up, boom, and then run it back to the people.
Yeah.
In
What,
the,
what did he do with the whole cheating thing?
Bro,
then?
alright,
That
let
was
me.
so
Bro,
great.
he gets his phone camera out, selfie camera as well. That's already that's intimate. That was like whoever thought of that. They were on it. They were on one. Selfie cam. Hey man, I just wanna.
Oh, that video.
Nah, but even then when he went on the Breakfast Club and he was just smart, he was like,
Everything.
man, I messed up. I really messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro,
It was a
but
stupid
he was
decision.
quick dismissive in
Fair
terms of
enough.
like let's move on. But no one, you didn't portray it in that way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's the energy
He's
that
just
he
quick with it.
instilled
He's
in
quick
But
with
everyone.
that's the best thing to do.
Hey,
honestly. What else are you gonna do?
What's even crazy is he incorporated that into his comedy as well. Let me explain. We're like, bro,
Why not?
amazing.
That's
And then they're
exactly what
responsible.
Jay did.
Amazing.
Oh man,
Fair enough.
Nah, it was a genius with it. But yeah, bro.
I'm trying to think who else cheated.
Oh yeah, keep going with that. Yeah, let me hear that.
No, no, but real quick with Kevin Hart, I think we're kind of hard on him just because of the way he's always talking. If that makes it like, hey,
Yeah,
Brian,
yeah.
love your family, do this. And it's like, bro, you can't tell us that, then next thing you know, you're trying to cheat on your girl. You know what I mean?
That's
What
true.
happened to loving your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Just on the weekdays, isn't it?
Are there any white celebrities that
weekend.
cheated?
Don't
that
nobody pay
we-
attention to white celebrities, bro. You're
I feel
sad.
like there are.
You're sad.
Like, surely some of them
All I know is
I'm
Angelina
sure there
Jolie and
Is she cheat?
Brad
Brad
Pitt.
Pitt.
No, who's the other one, man, from Friends?
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, is that her name? Yeah.
Yeah,
Did she
like
cheat
Brad
also?
Pitt was her man.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was wild, man.
Yeah.
But that's all I can think of
Crazy.
right now.
What else? Mm.
Lamar Odom.
He's not white.
Well,
Bro.
apparently he gave his
I
life
know
to the
he's
Lord.
not white.
Yeah,
Yeah,
saw
I
that.
saw that.
Praise God.
That's amazing.
We'll talk about that
It's
as
good
well,
stuff.
man. The way
It's
that
great stuff.
Heaven's been doing marketing.
Yeah.
Overtime.
Marketing has been overtime.
Angels on assignment.
Bruv, the angels have been working, bruv. But we'll dive into
Where's
that.
the double shifts?
Honest. Double shift overtime, bro. No pay. Come on, bro. But yeah. I can't think of any
I
other
can't
ones,
think
man.
of any right now as well.
We don't know no cheaters.
Well, yo, Kevin Hart, man.
Kevin.
I was actually worried about. You know, when it's one of the situations you can't do anything, you can't
Yeah.
find out any information there.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was so worried, but like after the accident, boom,
Because he
silent,
disappeared, yeah.
gone,
We were lucky for what, like whole 2 months maybe?
maybe something like that,
Yeah.
and it. Well, we're not used to it yet, and it's crazy because that's a guy that was being posting every day.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, 2 months or whatever, he's off. But that was
So what happened again? He was
crazy,
in
man.
a car
He was in
accident.
accident, man. And
I know people had like a little
Suspicion.
theory of how it
Yeah.
went down, but
Yeah.
then now when you see him come out and talk about it,
Bro, so
maybe it's actually
the
legit.
guy's actually a genius because even the theory, he didn't disprove it.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
don't care about it.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Because he gave us this emotional, like,
Exactly.
IGTV clip. And
thank God,
I just,
man.
sometimes God got to slow you down. And
Why are you guys lowering
think
your
about your
voices like
family
that?
and-
That's how he speaks.
spend time
that's
with your
it.
family. The guy's, I love Kevin Hart, man.
Nah, you can't fight it. You can't fault him. like
Bro,
that.
I was listening to it. I was like, bro, this guy, I love this
Yeah.
guy, man.
I also don't understand when people say he's not funny. Kevin Hart's a funny dude.
He's actually a funny guy, but his stand-ups have shifted in
Yeah, yeah,
terms
I
of
agree.
quality.
No, no,
But
yeah.
he's a
Stand-up
funny
funny guy.
person all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why? Because his stand-ups are very for all races. Which is why he's selling the numbers that he sells.
Yeah.
Like the guy sold out the Philadelphia Eagles Stadium multiple times.
Yeah.
That's 80,000 people for a comedy show.
Damn.
Even, where was it? This year
Insane.
or last year? I can't remember where it was.
When he's
But
performing
that
here in
was how many
Australia.
people again, man?
Wait, here?
In the-
Even, and he did.
Rod Laver?
Didn't he do Cute as Bank in Sydney?
I think he did.
surely.
That's
Yeah.
80,000
Rod
as well
Laver.
or something or whatever. Oh, no, that's 20,000.
That's
isn't it?
20. But
Maybe he
still,
did the
that's
other
a
one.
lot of numbers.
No, but,
But
think,
whatever, yeah.
no, but think about it.
places.
20,000 in a nation so far from yours.
Yeah.
And he had
That's
like 3
crazy.
shows.
Like, that's where Beyonce performs.
Yeah. That's insane.
That's hectic.
But yeah, man. He's back.
Shout out to the guy, man.
Yeah,
Hopefully
bro.
he's doing good in that.
But that's crazy, man. Like, he actually could have died.
You know, sometimes
Yeah.
God just
God
gotta
wants to
slow you
slow you
down.
down.
You know what I mean? What else did he say?
I
after
felt like I should be focusing on my family.
Bro, how many
No,
times
no,
did you
no,
watch
no.
this?
I don't know.
Yes, hey, be honest, you just watched it before you came on set.
Maybe I do my research like a good journalist.
Ooh. Hey, what journalist, huh?
No, not really.
Okay.
We're just a bunch of stupid people with a mic.
Yeah,
Bro,
apparently.
if you listen to Kevin Hart
Internet
carefully
access.
in his videos,
Yeah.
he like says the same thing over and over, huh?
In what do you mean?
That's what all of them do.
Like-
All
What are you
the
talking about?
interviews.
Like
In
just
the
in
interviews?
general, like
Oh, nah, everyone, yeah,
you
nah.
know.
That's
no. No, I'm telling you, Kevin Hart is definitely one of those that.
Nah, but all of the artists do that. They're
Legit,
like,
it's annoying.
Like, let's say, I don't know, Game's dropping an album, right?
Yeah.
And then he goes on Breakfast Club and I'll watch the interview.
Ebro
and I'm
in
like,
the morning.
oh, he's on
Yeah.
Ebro, let me watch. Oh, he's on Sway, let me watch. The same conversation
Bruv.
3 times. And now I'm like, okay, good. Very nice.
I used to watch whenever something was happening. I'd watch all of them, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the heck? Like, this is actually the exact same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
I'm just thinking it's whoever's first to put this out is going to
Yeah.
get
100%.
Because they're going to be asked the same stuff.
it's always
over
Breakfast
and
Club,
over.
huh?
And
Bloody
it's
Charlemagne,
who I
like-
want to listen to the most. Either
Yeah.
Breakfast Club or Big Boy or Sway.
Yeah. Oh, you going to do Ebro like that?
I mean, I don't mind Ebro. I don't mind him if he's on Apple. You know, the Beats One thing that he
It's
does.
too late, bro. You already dogged him, mate.
You know he's not from New York.
I didn't. It never crossed my mind where he's from or not.
I don't know why, because
He seems very New York.
Yeah, but he's from the West Coast.
Alright.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, clearly you
What
guys
we got
don't
on the
appreciate
agenda?
hip hop.
Sounds dope.
What we got on the agenda today?
No,
guys?
no, it was
hate
going to
these
real
people.
No, no,
talk
no.
talk
Okay,
real
That's
quick about
crazy.
About
Heaven's marketing lately, bro.
Heaven's marketing.
Heaven's marketing strategy has been fire.
It's been the same.
Was it Demi Lovato? She got baptized.
It's been the
Just
same.
Like
It's been the same
this
for like
week or
6,000,
something?
2,000
But
years.
something happened.
yeah.
It has been the same for 2,000 years, but
Yeah.
maybe it's reception. I don't even
It's an
know.
awakening. Demi Lovato
Crazy.
got baptized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
In
saw that, just
in
like-
Israel even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, you sent
Pretty awesome.
didn't you send the post?
I don't know. Have we spoken about this already?
No, we haven't. No, it was in the chat.
Okay,
Yeah, it
I'm
was.
feeling like I read
Fam,
it somewhere.
Lamar
else.
Odom giving his life. Demi Lovato getting baptized. Kanye releasing Jesus is King. Justin Bieber did something too recently or something as well. But it's like, I mean, sure, these celebrities, you can't just be like, oh my gosh, yo, this is heaven's move.
is
Because
that.
heaven been moving, you know,
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
been moving on this earth. But it's like the fact that
I think there's
headlines-
something to be said when these guys that are at the top of
pretty crazy.
And be able to do that. Yeah,
And, and I like that they've all been through something. Like, all right, Kanye's clearly been through his nervous breakdowns and his bipolar and all that kind of stuff. Lamar Odom went through his situation in the what's it called? Like with crack
all
and
the
with
addiction and yeah.
and the
brothel thing. And then Demi Lovato had her, I think it was also heroin or crack or whatever it was. And it's like, been at the top, been at the bottom.
And this is the reason
And
I
this
found my
is-
way out. Like,
This is hope.
that's crazy that
It
that's the
is.
common experience for
Yeah.
all of them. I don't know which preacher and celebrities, you know, maybe Mr. Carl Lentz or something.
Yeah.
It's just preaching to all of them or something, but it's just crazy how like
Working.
Yeah, it's incredible. I love that. I was thinking about this. Like, how easy it is to critique as well those pastors that spend time with these people.
Yeah.
Right. And like you see people do that all the time. They're like, oh, why are you spending time with
Yeah.
Kanye? Why? Like, because Rich Wilkerson had married Kim and Kanye, right?
Mm.
Rich Wilkerson Jr. And it's like they've been friends for what, 5-6 years since, I don't know, whenever that wedding
Yeah.
was and stuff. And it's like you look at the fruit of it now. Clearly, he's spoken into his life a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Clearly, there's been something from that.
And look at their
relationship.
marriage.
And look, the marriage has lasted.
Yeah.
Right?
Look at Kanye.
Yeah.
Happy family, happy kids, all
Yeah.
this kind of stuff. Kanye's doing this now. Kim's clearly not opposed to it.
Kim's
Right.
Kim loves him, bro.
I think I like Kim Kardashian, man.
I've always liked
She's
her.
quiet.
I'm
she's,
broke.
She's
Yeah.
quiet.
Keeping Up
Low
with
key,
the
now,
Kardashians be my
now,
show.
But
now
like-
she's doing a thing, bro. So
But like,
that's lit.
yeah, it's like whenever people hate on these guys for spending time with these people, it's like, man, Jesus hung out with tax collectors and which were basically pimps and pushers and stuff like that, and prostitutes and all that. And it's like,
I remember
A
when
life's a life.
I remember when
You know
I
what I mean?
saw
Exactly.
when was it Brian Houston that prayed for 6ix9ine?
yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, wait, what's
yeah.
going on here? What's going on? But like, that's a prayer.
No, it's perfect.
It's a prayer.
You know damn well 6ix9ine needs that prayer right now.
Genuine prayer. Nah, he's
Wherever
fed.
he
good,
is,
bro.
whatever
good.
he's doing.
Nah, let me not talk about FBI. I ain't trying to get murked. Yeah, what's on the agenda?
What's on the agenda?
What's on the table,
No,
guys?
we can't keep doing this. Like we're
What?
like
All the time.
20 minutes deep, and it's like, what's on the agenda? What's on the agenda?
That's like funny.
we got carried away in it.
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be rude today, man. I need to. There was something that we did want to dive into last ep, but we started getting scared because we thought the laptop was gonna die on us.
Oh yeah.
It's
What was it?
Definitely charging this time. This was who brought this up? This was Mao, wasn't it? Upon what?
And he said it kind of juicy too.
I just snorted it.
Yo, dirty
That
guy.
was
Hey, go away, bro.
disgusting. I'm sorry, guys.
Slime.
Slime.
Wait, can somebody please explain this?
Like, trust me,
What does
none of us
slime
young
and
thug-
slats
I don't know.
and all
I don't
that
know. I'm not
stuff-
gangster
stuff
enough.
mean?
You know what? Before jumping
Urban
into it,
Dictionary?
I'm gonna Urban
We're
Dictionary.
not
Yeah.
gangster enough to know that yet.
No.
I
good.
understand slime. Slime, it's a New York term
So is that
for. It's
booger?
no. Wow.
Isn't that what people do? Like you, you wipe your nose.
Oh,
No.
mate. Our unurban
I mean,
listeners are
maybe,
like,
but-
what is going on? All right. Slime on Urban Dictionary is just a cool ass person. It's like another word for homie. So you can approach
what up,
someone.
slime?
Yeah, it's slime.
You can approach someone and be
Yeah.
like, what up, slime?
Yeah.
Or what's poppin', slime?
Yeah.
So that's what Urban Dictionary says. Let me see another definition if they got one here.
So what's with the
So
whole?
that's a term started by Noriega, the rapper.
Hello.
Some hip hop facts for you. guys.
Carry on. Keep hitting it.
Carried on by Vado
Oh, hello.
in the early 2000s.
This guy's rap genius.
Mid 2000s. And then Young Thug ran with it.
All right, and now we're gonna define slat. Because what the heck is that? Wait, is it?
SLATT.
Yeah. A word used by Atlanta gang known as YSL, Young Slime for Life, to show a form of love for each other, officially meaning slime love all the time.
slime.
I get it.
all the
I
time.
get it now.
Yeah.
But it just sounds
It's still funny as slat. Anyways, we
now can you
digress.
explain the.
We digress. All
Yeah.
that.
What's
Yeah.
that?
I'm
know.
guessing because boogers are like slime. So if you wait, no, I'm actually that's my legit definition.
I don't know.
What do you guys think?
That's the best we have.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Honestly,
Wait.
I think
I thought
so.
I just like, you know.
nah,
Yeah, what's
slime.
this?
Maybe that's the booger dripping down, bro.
Bro, shut up.
Wait,
But then that means you're trying to get rid of it. Ew.
y'all are disgusting. Hey,
Yeah,
honestly,
you're-
listeners, you need to watch the video because a whole lot of madness is
Yeah,
going on right
honestly.
now. Shout out to 100 subs, though.
Let's get it.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, do we have a celebration sound?
Hold on, I'm gonna sound effect.
Bomb for our subscribers.
When are we gonna chop in that? How dare you?
How
sound effect?
dare you?
How dare you?
You need to.
Hey, anyways,
Anyways, man.
so what was that agenda thing? I know it was juicy last week, but we have to let it go.
Juicy.
What
Can
was
you say that again?
that?
It was juicy, you know what I'm saying?
All
The
right.
topic was juicy, and then I was
Yes.
like, nah, we
so
have to let it go.
Marwa brought up this topic into the chat, and we're gonna dive into it a bit more. I don't know. You want to explain what your inspiration was from it? Essentially, the topic was genetic engineering or gene editing, gene modification, all of that. So, are you shorty?
I don't know. I think it was just something that I came across on the news feed where you know, there's different parts to this topic that we're gonna dissect. But I mean, yeah, just firstly, the whole get out, just leave, get out right now.
This guy knows trash.
Sorry, continue.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I actually like this
Are
topic.
you gonna be an adult now?
Oh, damn, shots fired.
Huh?
My genes won't allow me.
Shots fired.
Right.
Yeah, carry on.
But yeah, so it's just like the
Carlos,
process.
you better not be playing Candy Crush right now.
I'm doing my research.
Is he doing his
You know,
research?
there's different.
And I'll play Candy Crush if I want to play
Wow,
Candy
wow,
Crush.
wow,
What you
wow.
gonna do
Big
about it? What you gonna do about
He's
it?
doing
fam?
his research. He typed define genes.
No.
So yeah, it's just
genetic,
basically
modification.
genetic modification. So what I wanted to just talk about was like, the option of being able to select what it is you want your child to be born with. So like whether it's hair, eye color, you know, not having any diseases, just that type of stuff.
Yep.
So is that something you guys would be open to?
So essentially,
Let's
it would
take
have
out-
to be like IVF or something, right?
Let's take out
to do
money
this.
out of this as well. So
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
money isn't a
no,
factor.
I'm not saying that
It's
it's
just
expensive.
morality now, innit? Oh, you big baller, brand.
It is
Alright.
expensive though.
Yeah.
That's-
So, all right. So, what are we talking about it now? So we're saying in terms of just editing like
yeah.
features
Editing,
as
yeah,
well
features,
as
yeah,
like
yeah.
potential for diseases and disabilities and that.
All right, let's go just full,
Just features.
full vanity. Yeah, like features like this color eyes, this color hair, all that. Personally, I feel like that's just part of the gift from God. Like it's just part of the, it's almost surprise of having kids. That's the whole thing. It's like, I wonder what our kid's gonna look like, and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, right? Like, it's not a Subway sandwich. I don't want to know what I'm getting.
And you kind of want just one ugly kid.
No, you need to stop saying
Yeah.
that.
Why do you want
Okay.
an ugly child?
Why would you
Not
change
that
it
kids
then?
are ugly. Kids. No. In your eyes, no.
Some of them look
Shush,
like a
shush.
boiled potato.
There's some ugly
Like,
kids.
is it when they're first born?
You saying throughout. Right. Yeah.
Look, so why would you
You
change
said
it then?
What would I change? I wouldn't change anything in terms of features. Like,
So, yes.
that's not deep to me. Like, if the
What about
child's ugly, the
overall?
child's ugly, bro.
Whoa. What about overall? Would you change
Overall, so now if we're breaking it down,
No,
to,
you know why? You still can't determine ugly and pretty from that. Because you could
Yeah.
go like,
It's
I want them
kind
to
of.
have,
blue eyes or this
blue
kind of
eyes,
hair,
and I
but
want them to have blonde hair.
they
and I
also
want
come
them
out
this,
like big ass
they
ears
turn
and
out
big
to be-
lips.
exactly. No, it's like even everything's perfect, but they're got an ugly head shape. It's,
Yeah.
Right? Like, as in, you can't control
Yeah.
all the little
You
details.
can't.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
actually can't. Yeah.
You actually kind of can.
No, you cannot.
Transcription factors and that.
I didn't do this work.
I did, but yeah. So I wouldn't if it's anything to do with like that. I mean, it's you can kind of manipulate this kind of stuff, but it's for what reason? Really, it's not that deep. So now let's talk about if it's a disability or something. So let's not even say gene modification, right? It's almost kind of just like if they've told you your child might be born with this. Like there's this percentage of your child being born with, because it's kind of really the same thing, bro. You're still picking and choosing at this point.
I think it's a little bit different because it's like doing vaccinations,
Sorry.
right? Because aren't you preventing things if you're getting them
Preventing
vaccinated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing where you're going,
Help
well,
me
I'd
out,
like
yeah.
to prevent this thing by removing something. Right? I don't
Other
know.
than you're editing a whole ass gene, one
Yeah,
you just
I
prevent
don't know.
your
Explain
gene-
to me how this stuff works. I don't
Which one?
understand
The
science.
gene
So, I
editing
mean,
or the vaccinations?
everything.
Well, let's keep it simple. Let's just talk about the
Gene
disability
editing
one.
part, yeah?
I
Okay.
heard you wouldn't vaccinate your children.
Me? Are you mad?
I mean, we already spoke about the gene one, where it's like we know we're not going to select
yeah,
this
yeah.
or change
Yeah.
that, so we already agree on that. So then now you brought in the idea of disability. Now
Yeah.
it's like if you do have a choice of keeping the kid if he or she is disabled, it's like would you go ahead with that?
Wait, keeping it. Is that what we're talking about? Or are we talking
Like
about
keeping it or being it like now it's like you know that your child's gonna be disabled.
Because there are actually some ways early on in pregnancy to kind
define
of like
to
detect, but also to actually change.
do something about it.
To actually kind of change some type of, I can't remember some offhand, but I know I studied some of this. Like there are some conditions that you can actually kind of change due to,
Yeah.
because there. I'm about to get real kind of
just go
science.
science.
There's transcription factors that you have during developmental biology or during development and as a fetus or whatever, right? And essentially they're just like chemicals or molecules that in the abundance of or the scarcity of some of them, it causes
You've lost no.
it causes this reaction to happen or something that then leads down this pathway, which can be the sex determination pathway, or the what's he smiling for, or the like skin color pathway, stuff like that. So if you're inducing some of these molecules or reactions to happen, you can kind of actually alter the development. Am I saying that right?
Can you repeat everything you said after fetus?
Alright, simple terms. You have a gradient.
Yeah.
So there's either a lot of this or a small amount of this.
Okay.
And depending on where that is,
Yes.
it determines where the reaction will go in the development of the zygote or fetus, right? And yeah, you can just alter, or increase.
What's the difference
or
between a
decrease.
zygote and a fetus?
Don't ask me that because I'm actually meant to know that. As soon as I said that, I was like, bro, I actually can't remember
one's
I'm pretty sure
baby
zygote's
babies.
earlier.
So,
Zygote's earlier on.
The
in
point
development, yeah.
is that you can kind of do
Induce,
something
yeah.
about it if you know the child's gonna be disabled. That's all we need to know.
For some conditions, I'll
yeah,
say.
for some could obviously not the mainstream ones, innit?
Mainstream. What does that mean?
I just felt like I added that word there.
But yeah,
So now the question is,
would you?
why would you?
I'll use it.
What would you do about it? Like, what would you do?
So you're saying, would you
Yeah.
terminate the pregnancy?
Like,
Or-
okay.
Terminate or adjust.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
adjust.
First, we'll start with adjust, and then we'll go to terminate. Would you
Yeah.
adjust?
If there's a way for them,
To have a more
to kind
normal
of
life.
or more normal in terms of the
Yeah.
norm, why not?
Mm.
If we're saying money's not a factor, if this is just based on my morality,
I
they've
can't really
kind of
see anything wrong.
they've discovered a way to do this.
Yeah.
It's there. Risk factors are present. They've shown what the potential of it is. Let's try it. When it comes, I mean, let everyone else answer though for that.
I think I agree with that as well. I can't see a reason why not to, to make my child's life more full in a sense and more of the full experience. But
Yeah.
Marwa?
Yeah, if there was a way to try and like help my child, I'm all for it. If it's not going to put like the mother at greater risk or the child at greater risk, then I don't see a problem in doing that.
Facts. Yeah. Probably same minute.
All right, now we
Then,
might have some.
Terminate.
Yeah,
Cancel the whole thing.
Spicy conversation. Don't use those words. bro.
can't say cancel the
Not
thing.
an order.
What? No. Yeah,
But okay, yeah. Now let's go to.
we're all
would
gonna be
you-
mad Christian about this. Let's be real.
Would you abort,
Everyone be real,
would
innit?
you abort the baby now?
Damn.
And also take into consideration that you've seen how
People with this condition.
people
live, yeah.
deal with it as well,
Yeah.
which
Oh,
means
yeah,
that
that's different.
which means that it also doesn't make it easier on the person, the carer.
Yep.
So it's like you also, if you are going ahead with it, that's my respect and everything, yeah. But you're making their life easier, but in a way, your life is harder now. You feel what I'm saying? Or in a way, you might not be able to do the things that I usually do every day. And you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Usually, let's say if you're at work 10 hours or blah, blah, blah. Now you have to cut that short. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it also becomes a bit more expensive to also try to take care of them now, which means that if you have some financial problems, adding this on top is going to be even way more now. You know what I mean? So taking all that into consideration, what are we saying?
Yeah. I mean, first of all, like it's crazy mad respect to people who actually do continue,
Yeah.
like, or choose not to terminate the pregnancy, like, because it's a massive burden. Like, no, like you can't fight that. It's a burden, to actually try to look after a child or even a grown
child by
person
itself,
later on.
yeah.
Even a child by
By
itself,
itself.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then now
condition,
adding
yeah.
on like a condition as well to
Condition, yeah.
this like whole equation. I mean, obviously there's different degrees to it as well because there's some really, really manageable
Extreme
conditions.
and-
Like even if it's like something like mild epilepsy or something
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that, like
that's-
you can
yeah.
see there's action plans to deal with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Even Down syndrome in today's society now, it's actually pretty manageable in
amazing.
terms of how society has been able to like graft or make them feel comfortable as a part of society. Like that's cool and all, but it's like when it comes down to like any conditions that actually really impact like strongly impact neurological capabilities as well as motor functions, oofed, we're getting a bit crazy with that.
Daniel loves pulling out some big words. But I knew what all of them meant.
You know what I was saying? Yeah, like essentially like any conditions that leave a child in a like almost a vegetable state.
Yeah.
Is that an actual term?
Yeah,
Like vegetative.
Yeah.
Oh, vegetative. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegetative state. Oof, that's a hardie.
To be honest, you thought it said vegetable.
I did say vegetable.
What? He did say it.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow, vegetable state,
Messed
huh?
up, bro.
but that is when like okay. Now let me just answer because I'm just gonna
Yeah.
be beating around. Would I continue that? If it's that kind of a condition, like where that's not a no pain, is it like the child isn't experiencing
Pain.
immense pain,
Yeah.
then it's like that's still gonna be a beautiful life to like look after, and there's gonna be joy regardless from that. Now, if the child is going to definitely be in pain and like chances of survival are very slim, man, I'm gonna have to
But-
confer with God heaps
but-
on that
but-
because
but
I
here's the
actually,
thing.
right now I actually don't
Maybe-
know what I would say.
Well,
Like I
which-
can't actually
wait.
say real quick, I can't actually say a definite no.
Yes
I
or
wouldn't
no.
terminate right
Yeah.
now.
Elaborate on pain.
Pain.
Like as
Like
in
physical pain?
Yeah.
Physical pain.
Some
Okay,
people
look,
live with pain.
This is the thing, yeah. So the child might have that kind of pain, but let's say that there's no physical pain, yeah. But it's the pain that they can't fit in society. There's pain that they can't have
it's more
the friends
mental.
that they want.
That's
So
man. I'll be
That's
able to
manageable.
manage.
No, no,
There's
no.
people that are fully able that feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but then now it's even worse in their condition, though.
Like that, I can manage.
You can you can obviously try your best in that, right? But then, of course, that's what you're meant to do, yeah.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, they can still feel as if they are lonely. They can still feel as if
They definitely will.
they can
Yeah.
they can't fit it. So
But
that's
I
what
would
I'm-
rather them feel that than not be alive at all
Yeah.
in that situation.
there's I mean, yeah, definitely. I think obviously, yeah, there's physical pain, but there's also that emotional and that mentally
yeah.
that mental
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah.
Where and you could probably even argue that that pain is
It's
worse than
probably
that
greater,
physical.
yeah.
Way worse than that physical pain, innit?
Yeah.
So
But it's just the thing of like, if there was no condition present at all, I would have not. You wouldn't have had any problems. You'd have been like, yeah, beautiful baby.
Bro, I want to get somebody that's like
Actually
disabled
had
on
to,
the
like-
podcast.
And what?
Like,
How do you live?
Like,
life in it?
there's the activists that like have Down syndrome. And
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That would be cool.
There was someone that actually taught my whole unit, and she had. It was either Downs. Yeah, I think it was.
That's amazing.
No, it was. What's the one that starts with A?
Asperger's.
Maybe.
Autism?
Autism.
Autism.
Wow, Daniel.
It's a
What the
pretty
heck,
common
bro?
term.
Yeah. She was actually fully autistic, and she taught my whole unit, man. It was wild.
pretty
But
But yeah,
It's awesome.
yeah. Come on, answers, Lord Goith.
wait, so what's your is yours or no?
Wait with the.
He said he
emotion.
he'd
If
have to
it's
pray.
the one with
Answer.
physical, they're gonna experience physical pain constantly. Right now, I know. Like usually, Christian and that as well. You're meant to be like, abortion is like it's not right in God's eyes, right? But for this right now, I actually.
You don't know if you're gonna let it go.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like the pain they'll experience was that me that has allowed them to experience that. Like this is just me being real right now.
Yeah.
So like, I can't even give a definite no. I wouldn't terminate the pregnancy. But honestly, I still know and I believe that God is a God that can actually work anything out and
Miracle,
honestly
yeah.
can work miracles. So like
Yep.
in that light of things, I can see how like not terminating it and actually allowing the child to come forth is going to
Yeah.
work out for God's plan. So that's an ultimate beautiful thing in the end of it. But
That's
yeah.
the thing, because like it's like you never know what kind of life that child is going to have. Like, yeah, they're going to be born with a disability, but it's like later on you don't know like where they're going to end up. Like they could literally be someone who is like an influencer, someone who's going to save other people's lives as well.
they also
Someone who's
really
going to
couldn't
be-
as well, and it could just be your child that has a disability, but that's
yeah,
still
like
almost
you
the
never
same
know
deal.
the
your
impact
kid.
that like they're obviously going to have an impact in your life because they
Yeah.
are your child and you're going to be with them, you're going to take care of them, you're going to love them regardless. Or it is a hard one though, because like I'm working in the disability field at the moment.
Yeah.
And like studying nursing as well, you just like hear and see a lot of stories about people and like families who are struggling to take care of family members, friends, or their own children who do have a disability. Like it's not an easy thing at all. It's like you literally have to be like selfless. Like you cannot
Yeah.
think about yourself at all, because it's like this person depends on you.
Yeah.
Like there's some people out there who depend on others 100%. And it's like they can't do anything for themselves. Like we we're saying, they're in that state where it's like they can't talk, they can't eat, they need a tube. And it's just like if they don't have anyone, they can't survive. And that's just it. And
Wow.
like Carlos was saying, some people, you might go to work 10 hours a day, but now it's like you literally cannot leave their side. You know, they can't talk, so it's like you kind of have to know what it is that they want and all that stuff, and that's hard. Like trying to think of that, even just for me, like I don't know if I can fully 100% like do that. It's obviously if I'm in that situation, it'll be different because it's like, oh, you know, that's my child, and now I have to kind of put all that stuff aside and take care of them. But thinking about it, I don't know. It's a tough one. It's really a tough one.
It really is. For me, I'd say it's. I would say no, but
No.
I would not terminate the pregnancy. Like regardless of what it's gonna be like, just because. I think like all glory to God that like He's raised two of the most popular leaders for the global church with children now that have major disabilities, right? So Mike Todd's son, I think, has never spoken. He's like 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah.
And Chad Veach's daughter, right? And like she's in I think we spoke on it once. Like she has this thing called soft brain or lissencephaly or something. It's actually all in this book here, Unreasonable Hope, right? And it's basically like she is still. It's crazy because he talks about when they were pregnant, because she's his oldest child, right? When they were pregnant with her, like he would pray over her all the time that she would have like great impact, that like God would raise her to be a godly woman, and she'd preach and she'd do all this stuff, and however God wants to use her, that she would have great impact, right? And it's easy to feel like, dang, my kid is like fully disabled, they're never going to be able to reach their potential and stuff, right? But then I think he was saying, it's like, you think about it, him writing this book is because of her situation, right? Him going around and preaching and having his testimony that he has now and everything's because of her situation. So doing absolutely nothing, she's had so much impact on the world already, right? And so you can't just view the child as like just in the scope of their pain. You know what I mean? Obviously it's not easy whatsoever. I don't think it would ever be easy on the parents, and like even in this book he talks about like his wife breaking down at like family gatherings and whatnot because they can't even get a normal photo, right? And it's like that's like it's those. I think it's more those everyday moments that become
really,
the straws on the camel's back. But it's like,
hello, Mr. Phrases and
come
that.
on now. But I still think every child is fully valuable.
100%.
I can't imagine terminating a life just because I deemed it too painful or I deemed it too difficult or anything. To me, the most scary thing with those kind of situations though is like, obviously as the parent you're always going to love them and stuff, but chances are you're going to die before them, before your children. I mean, you never know with these situations if it shortens lifespans and whatnot, but I think it's scary to think like, dang it, if I'm not here, who's gonna care for them? Like, does anyone like? No one's actually gonna care for them like you do, right? And that's pretty crazy. But yeah, I think my answer is no. But like obviously it would be so much prayer about it as well.
No,
Definitely.
It's a crazy situation.
Yeah,
like,
man. I've thought about that a lot, man. Of like, it's actually a very real possibility, but you have to keep that same energy with your faith.
Yeah,
when it comes
definitely.
to that,
yeah, it's just.
But
It'll make you stronger at the end of the day.
Princeton, that what you gotta say, man? Why is he smiling?
So tough, it's tough, yeah. But I'm gonna just keep it simple. Like, I ain't gonna do it.
Ain't gonna do what? You wouldn't terminate?
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Like I might like over here try to think about it and this, but I just know that when it's time to execute it, I know that I won't be able to go ahead with it. Like I just know, like I can't say, I can't live with myself.
It's like which standards are you using at that point now? It's like if you use that standards to say no, you're against terminating pregnancies for other reasons, and yet now
someone's going to come with another reason.
It's like you have to stand for one
slippery
thing.
slope.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also it's like for us saying,
dang, pass your laptop. You keep going.
I think in most cases, people do decide to terminate the baby and that just because it makes it easier on them
Yeah.
rather than on the child, right? It's like, wow, I can't work or I can't do this, so I have to spend most of my days looking after them and doing this and doing that.
Yeah.
It's like no one does say anything about the pain of the child or what the child's going to go through or the loneliness and them being alone and all that stuff.
Yep,
No
yep.
one really looks at it in that way. Some people are just selfish and just think about themselves and say, I don't know if I can do it, or I don't want to spend half of my life doing this. And someone is like, don't be selfish in that situation. And I don't really see myself being selfish, you know what I mean? Because just continue making that impact,
Yeah.
innit? So yeah, I don't think I'll go ahead with it. Just can't.
Taking a different spin. Oh, you have something to say there?
Have we had a similar conversation before on the podcast? Like about all this stuff?
Nah, probably before we even started the podcast, to be honest.
Because there's this. I don't know why I feel like maybe I'm in deja vu.
Kind of spoke
Have I spoke about this?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
All right. The
The propaganda.
Propaganda's got a song called "I Ain't Got an Answer," right?
Yeah,
It's with
yeah,
Sho
yeah.
Baraka. Have I
Yeah.
talked about that?
When we actually kind of touched on this, I can't remember
Kind of
for
stuff.
what.
I know there's a verse that I used. But
Yeah. Anyway, I'll just go for it again. But basically, Sho Baraka's son has autism, right? And he's got this line in the song where he goes, "And my son having autism is rough, but maybe he doesn't speak because his words don't say much. Maybe he doesn't need words to communicate his love. And sometimes his silence causes me to stumble. It's possible he's a version of me that's more humble. And I think my child finds more joy in playing with my phone than playing on his own. Will he shed a tear when I'm gone?" It's like, I think that's tough for the parent as well to go like,
Did they even
does my kid
know
me?
Yeah.
Like, does he care about me? Does he
yeah.
all that kind of stuff?
But then, like, it's almost the double-edged part of this as well,
Yeah.
in terms of you have a child to raise a child, but you also have a child to reciprocate that love
Yeah.
to you as well. So it's like, it's tough when you know you're definitely raising a child, but you don't even know if they're seeing this or
Yeah.
experiencing
Or seeing you
this
even.
or seeing you. That's hard as a parent, 100%.
That's insane.
Yeah. Damn.
We should get a parent as well of a
We
disabled
would
child.
definitely shout
Yeah.
because we can't speak on this and
Yeah.
you know as
100%,
much as
yeah.
someone in this. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely.
Lock it in right now, man.
Look at it, Eddie.
Lock it in, Eddie.
Hit us
All
up.
taking a different spin on it. Eugenics. Actually, even before jumping into eugenics and like Planned Parenthood and that, I've always had a weird question when it comes to this stuff, right?
What?
You gotta explain what it is first.
Nah, I ain't gotta
Eugenics.
jump into eugenics. It's just Planned Parenthood and all that kind of stuff. But let's talk about this funny, weird question, right?
What is it?
So, like, I've always wondered, like, in a, Christian marriage, yeah?
Just spit it out.
Protecting.
Like, what's the stance on that?
What's the
Because
stance
I've
on
actually
what?
never, I mean, there's probably there would
Wait,
have
say
been
it one more
preaching.
time. Because you didn't say it right.
Yeah. So, what's the stance on protection in a Christian marriage?
Why do you say a Christian marriage?
Because
Toot it and shoot it.
Because what?
Stop.
Because,
Yeah, why do you say Christian marriage?
Because if we're talking about keep the same energy in that, God isn't for abortion or terminating pregnancies, and that is contraception or protection, using protection.
No.
Not
Nah, that is that.
Yeah,
I don't think it's the same.
think
obviously
that as
it's not the
same.
exact same
I
thing,
don't
yeah,
think
but-
that is the same.
yeah, like we say this. Okay,
Daniel,
this is,
damn it, can you just go to the eugenics topic?
No. I want to see what it's trying to say. But
'cause
say it with your
this
chest,
is-
bro.
this
Say it with
is
your chest.
where-
to the
no,
front.
I'm getting to it because this is where I know when I was younger. This is where it first came to me in my head because people always say children are like arrows in the something of a archer, right? In terms of it's a blessing from God. Children are a blessing from God. Children are bountiful. When children come, it's like God's timing in that, right?
Yeah.
So my thought on it has always been, so if you don't use protection, it's only when God's deemed it time for you to have a child that it's time for you to have a child, right? Going along that.
I guess you won't get pregnant.
Sometimes you won't get pregnant because actually sometimes you don't.
I never understood
Yeah.
that.
I mean, doesn't that depend on like the cycle for
Yeah,
for
it does.
female?
Like,
Like,
Cycle,
when you're-
fertility,
yeah.
all
etc.
that
It's a
stuff.
lot.
It's a lot,
But,
a lot
yeah.
of science on this episode. I don't really like where we're going right now.
But yeah, like
yeah.
so if we go along the thinking of sometimes you just don't get pregnant, that if God is the blesser of marriages for children, and it's God's timing in that. You know, because there's a lot of times in the Bible where wombs were closed in that, right? If you read it, like,
Yes.
you know, it's like, oh, and God opened her womb and she gave chicken seed, blah, blah,
Yes.
blah.
So what you saying?
Come on, you get what I'm trying to say right
no,
now?
I don't-
Should you use protection?
Yes.
I think
Yes, you
it's
should.
pretty clear that like the biblical standpoint on sex or God's standpoint on sex is that he made it and it's a good thing and it's also to be enjoyed. It's not just for procreating,
Yeah.
right? Like, I mean, the Songs of Solomon are pretty,
Pretty, yeah.
right? Like, you know,
Pretty spicy.
But at the same
Spicy.
time,
They're spicy.
They're spicy.
But at the same time, you might not be ready in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't.
But that's
think
what I was
it's-
saying. Like when you get a child, in terms of Christendom, if I'm speaking Christianese right now, when you have a child, it's the timing that it was right. It's the timing that God deemed right for you.
Yeah,
to
but
have
at the
a
same
child.
time, you might feel like
no, because by that logic, then like
Yeah.
all those 16-year-olds that have sex for the first time and get pregnant, so God deemed it the right time. Like,
I'm talking marriage. That's
nah,
all I'm
bro.
talking. I'm just talking in marriage
You gotta have the
terms.
same energy on that too, innit?
Because you know, you do the time, you're gonna have a child as well. Just in
but
general,
then-
when it comes to the 16,
Do
I was
the
gonna say
crime,
crime.
But look,
in 2 years.
but what I'm saying
Sorry,
is
yes.
that you know, some people are still using protection in marriage because it's still not the right time for them to have a kid just yet.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Oh,
like
because I'm definitely not just trying to keep
because
shooting shots and then
Yeah,
child
because-
every
Shooting up
single
the
time.
club.
That's
because
what
the
I'm
thing is,
saying,
it's
bro.
like it's better to use protection than to have the kid and then trying to think about aborting the baby because you're not ready. So it's
Yeah.
You
like
say borning the baby.
aborting.
aborting the
I
baby.
was like, what?
So it take
He's just being responsible.
yeah,
you know, not
Yeah, I
just
think so.
Being more responsible.
always doing it and then popping babies out like time after time after time.
Get it?
Like, who's got time for that?
Yeah,
Oh,
See?
A
man.
centrelink check would be kind of
you gotta
nice.
control that,
fun.
fam. You gotta
Centrelink
control it,
check.
bro.
What? It's crazy, guys.
Mate.
Somebody.
Oh man, what do you guys think about then? Like getting vasectomies and tying tubes and that.
I'm not against that either. Because you can reverse vasectomies, apparently.
Word?
Yeah.
What?
Can,
Wait.
can't you?
Oh, okay, it's castration that you can't because that's just
Yeah.
the whole.
That's a torture method,
Yeah,
isn't
the
it?
whole balls is gone. I just say use the balls. Why do I need to use scientific terms today? But yeah, all right, tying tubes or like tying the fallopian tubes and stuff like that
Yeah,
That's
I don't
in
have
a marriage.
That's all right.
Some
Yeah,
people
I
only
don't-
just
I
want
don't-
like one child,
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
two, and then they're like,
That's
we don't want any
crazy.
more. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
This
I'm
guy
not
and
against
his
that.
6 children, bro.
Yeah, I'm not against that at all. Like, do what
You're
you
gonna
gotta
have to drive
do,
a
man.
van. You know
You
that.
actually have.
You know, 6 children, they fit into 2 cars as well.
So
Who's
what,
going to
you're
be
drive
driving
2
around
cars?
2 cars every
my
time you
wife?
have somewhere to go? You're
Yeah,
going to drive
you-
in separate
Are
cars.
you all right?
Who said I have to take all the kids everywhere?
Wait,
Leave the sons at home, yeah? You're sad.
so you gotta.
Catch the bus.
Wish.
I'll see you guys there. By the time they get there, you're ready to leave back home. What are you saying, fam?
These guys
Nah,
are
bro.
trash.
When they're little, just everyone hop on someone's lap.
And then get pulled over by the police, yeah?
I know, right?
Sounds good. Sounds
Police?
Police.
good. Police.
Yeah, yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
good. Sounds good.
Someone get in the kaboot.
Yeah, the one
Yeah,
kaboot.
Did you want to break down the eugenics thing? Because you were searching it up earlier too.
Okay. Apparently I understand science right now, guys.
Fine.
So, from my understanding,
Yeah.
I feel like I could be totally wrong.
I don't know if I don't know
is
if I
yeah. You don't trust
it.
me. Don't
So
don't
I'm gonna
trust
do
me.
some research while you're talking.
Eugenics is essentially picking the favorable
Traits.
traits in
Characteristics.
people
Yep.
and essentially going only those should be reproduced. So you've got, what are they called, alleles?
Yeah, hello. You did.
Not bad.
It's coming through, right? So essentially you're just going for the ones that are the most favorable. So let's say, Daniel's on a messed up behavior, only wants to have blonde hair, blue-eyed people in the world. And he goes, all right, so let's only let blonde people reproduce. They've got to be over 185 in height. They've got to have blue eyes. They've got to not be fat. They've got to... None of us are going to be here, huh? Like that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And so we're creating like the ultimate species. Sorry, I messed up.
It's insane.
And then beyond just the vein part, it's like, all right, none of them have illnesses, and then even the socioeconomic stuff. So, okay, none of them are from ghettos, none of them are poor, none of them are immigrants, none of them are this, that, the third, right? So essentially, you're just going, this is what the right human is. How do you guys feel about that?
100% off. That's
Nonsense, yeah?
That's crazy.
Oh man,
crazy,
there's
yeah.
no sense of diversity there. Hey,
Yeah. It's,
Nah,
it's
even
sad.
diversity aside. Even
That's
diversity
exactly how I feel about it. It's the diversity
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
And
So
you're going like one
reproducing the
human
same.
is nicer in
Yeah.
God's eyes than everyone else.
That's the thing. You're playing God in that sense, man.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe there was actually a push of that.
Yeah.
yeah, that's weird.
Two kind of pushes for that.
Yeah.
We're here on Earth.
Yeah.
Where else?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like I didn't think that people would even
Guys, it's
think
some on
of
the planet that
something
do that in
like
the
that.
The aliens.
Wait, what do you think Hitler was
I
doing
didn't
as well?
think-
bro?
All the aliens
crazy.
like 4 fingers only.
Yeah, nah,
That's
here on
crazy.
Earth, man.
Nah, that's not right.
That was in. I don't remember when. I'm gonna just shoot my shot and say 1950s, bro.
You're probably wrong.
I think you missed your shot.
What are you
bad, bro.
talking about?
Yeah, you missed.
When, it
When
was
there was a
occurring.
massive push for that, man. There were ads.
It would be around the World Wars.
Yeah, let me search it up. There were ads that were put out and stuff.
Hitler
They
was
have
a madman.
yeah. Even
But that's
it was
crazy.
even after Hitler, bro. I'm talking
Because
bro.
over here it says encouraging reproduction by people or populations with desirable traits and discouraging reproduction by people as well. So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
encouraging
Yeah.
reproduction by these people and then you discourage reproduction by these people as well.
yeah.
That's crazy,
insane.
man.
Oof, we're talking
For
18.
you to get to a point where it's like you want to favor these people
Yeah. No, that's sad.
and then you want to discourage these people
Yeah,
from
yeah.
reproducing so they don't.
Yo, I remember
end
there
up
was this,
messing up
there was
with
this
the thing.
crazy thing. I'm trying to remember back to you.
Okay, one person at a time.
Shut up.
So how you going to interrupt me?
Huh? No, keep going. Keep,
Nah,
yeah.
I'm done now.
Because yeah, there was this. I'm pretty sure they had these. They were bribing people into not producing actually
Yeah,
through
Oh, no way.
monetary packages. Yeah, just giving them money and stuff like that. They were actually not encouraging. They were telling people like, you do this, we give you this or something, and you're not gonna actually don't reproduce, don't have children. There was a mad push. I'm trying to remember when this all happened, man.
The world is a crazy place.
I can't believe they're trying to do that, man. That's crazy. Imagine this. Imagine this here. They're telling black people not to reproduce, so that they have a world full of white people only.
That's essentially what it is.
That's what their mentality
That's
was behind
that's
all that,
actually
bro.
so crazy. Or even only black people reproducing and no more white people, and then now you live in
Yeah.
a world where it's like only black people. Well, that's weird as.
I
mean,
Look. That ain't
You
lit.
say the food will
that
be
ain't,
better.
that ain't lit, bro.
Food.
I got problems with that in the farm.
I know seasoning kind of nice though.
It's not like we're gonna miss white people food.
whoa, hold on.
He said food. I was like, wait, where's it going?
What I'm saying is,
Get the podcast canceled.
what I'm saying is, it is wrong on both sides.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I,
Nah,
you
of
can't-
course,
you can't
of
do
course.
that.
I don't want to
You
live in a world full of black people. At the same time,
Only.
only black people. At the same time,
I'm sounding coonish right now.
I don't want to live in a world where it's just full of white people. You know, what I'm
Only.
saying? Only.
Yes,
Yeah.
you have
Thank
to add
for,
that word,
yeah, thank
bro.
you for the word only. You know,
Bro,
what I
we
mean?
gotta look for
Because there has
look
to be
at it,
some sense of diversity. You know, cultural backgrounds and this. That's what makes it exciting.
If you're like
exciting
on an
world.
island though, if you're on like an island,
Yeah.
would that be alright? If
What?
all of you guys
Wait.
look
No,
the same?
I still need it to be
okay.
different
Yeah.
cultures, different people, because I want to try different food, and just different things.
Fam, you're on an island, bro. You don't have options.
No, be quiet. So what? Okay, what about if you're on an island?
Yeah.
What kind of people do you want to have on that island?
I
Tell me.
want to have one female.
wait, sorry, hold on.
That's
wait.
bad. I would want to have multiple females.
I don't.
Okay.
multiple females, one guy. Isn't that how? It
Nah, that's
would
cool.
work?
Yeah, I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
What are
saying.
you guys talking about?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying on an island, it just be me and multiple females.
Solomon, all right, we get it. We get it, Solomon.
Okay, now I'll play. It'd be me.
Takes his Bible with him. It's just the song of Solomon.
Bro, that's when he's
It'd
going.
be me and group
Practice
of
makes
people
perfect.
from different backgrounds and cultures and so on.
Yeah.
I'd just want it to be one.
Yeah,
particular-
on
But,
your
but
Carlos.
the world is a madness.
It
Have
is.
you guys
Madness,
realized
madness.
the craziness that's going on at the moment, just everywhere?
Yes.
Enlighten me. Can you think of some crazy things going on, man?
Iraq's in the middle of protests, crazy. Like people are dying. Hundreds of people are dying.
And Hong Kong too.
Hong
Yeah,
Kong's in the middle of protests, right? Syria's in the middle of a bunch of nonsense. Lebanon's got crazy protests. Thailand's is the funniest one. So their king,
Whoa, what's funny?
it's messed up. Like the guy's crazy apparently, right?
Yeah.
So
King even, bro.
he's the king, yeah.
What do you do?
He loves his dog, and so he made his dog one of the generals in the army.
Nah, you lying.
Wait,
man.
what?
And so his dog is the 4th highest ranking person in the country right now.
You're kidding.
No, this is the crazy part as well, right? So he's got a wife, which is the queen,
Yeah.
but he openly has mistresses as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
And then he went, one mistress, like that's the select one. So as soon as the queen dies, she will become the queen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. 10 days later, she pissed him off and he threw her in jail.
His mistress.
What?
Bro, the world is crazy.
What is wrong with this
The world's
guy?
insane.
No way. You're lying, bro.
Yeah.
No way.
So many things wrong with that story.
Yeah.
The dog.
Yeah.
dog got me,
Bro,
man.
imagine you're
Honestly.
working all your life in the military,
And then
hard
the dog
lifestyle,
takes over.
That's
you know,
just
and someone's
not
like,
right.
puppy, come here. And the dog's like,
Far out, bro.
That is not right.
That's
at all.
dictatorship at its
you gotta take
finest.
orders from a dog now.
That's what. What?
What orders?
How does he? I think this is gonna work.
It's crazy.
Damn, man. We got a there's actually a madness.
Sudan had all its riots and
Yeah.
all that.
Yo, the
What? That just died, yeah?
Social media went quiet on that.
They did.
All our
Social media
profile
always
photos are
does
back.
that.
Everyone's profile
Blue,
photos
yeah.
have changed now, isn't
The
it?
blue photos are all gone.
Everyone
It always
just went back
happens
to
though.
that.
It always happens.
It's always a hype for like a week.
But
max, and then-
it's
only
better
thing
than
you can
nothing
do,
because
yeah.
Western media won't document any of it.
That's true.
Like my parents have been following the stuff that's happening in Iraq because we are Iraqi, and it's like they've only been following it through Facebook.
Yeah.
But the only bad thing is that the stuff that gets posted on Facebook is madness. Like
Yeah.
anything goes, right? Until it gets
Exactly.
flagged and taken down,
Yeah.
right? So like they've literally just seen videos of, you know, randoms walking up to someone, pop in the head,
Yep.
guy just drops. Oh, where are you from? Pop in the head, drops. And like, you know, people falling off whatever and all this kind of stuff. And it's crazy, man.
Wow,
I
there's all that
think-
xenophobia going on in South Africa at one
Yeah.
point as well,
What
bro.
is xenophobia
Sorta.
again?
What is xenophobia?
Yeah, is it?
Let me get a definition exactly
I always,
because if I
yeah,
say
I
it,
always,
I'm gonna see
I
it,
always search the definition
bro.
and forget it.
I'm gonna say it in a disgusting way.
It's not like a racism towards white people, is it?
No, it's not towards white people.
Towards people
kinda
of
like
your
yeah.
own.
But let me get the exact
Yeah.
definition because I'm gonna butcher it so bad, bro. Dislike of it's almost essentially just racism,
Racism,
naturally, yeah,
yeah.
but it's not towards white people. It's kind of like
Towards everyone that's not yours.
yeah, I want to say extreme patriotism or something, but it's worse. It's way worse than just saying it like that. But yeah, like there was all of that going on in South Africa. Obviously, some people are saying no, that's not really what was going down.
Right.
The media is portraying it crazy. And then there's videos of like people getting like boiled in like
Yeah.
oil or something. Some are saying this is old videos and stuff like that. But it's, in general, it's a madness.
Bro, the world has just always been crazy.
And then there's
Years
so
ago,
much.
There was like just the rulers that have even, you know, now they're past. Like Saddam Hussein was crazy. Like my parents tell me stories. Like he had underground meat mincers for humans.
Oof, man.
Right. There's a Romania's president, Nicolae Ceausescu. He had like he didn't like a bunch of the guys that had like they had a union or something, like a bunch of steel workers. And so he put them all in a truck and they like tipped the truck backwards and they all fell into like melting steel. So they
What
just like
the-
disintegrated. Like
Wow.
these guys are crazy. Like these guys
When you
in
get
power,
power,
Castro
yeah.
and
Bro, when you have power, when you have money,
Gaddafi
you
and-
know,
Yeah, when you get power,
they,
you do.
they do this stuff.
Libya's president Gaddafi had like only female bodyguards.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
They were all like mad attractive. like they're not gonna
What
do
on
anything for you. The guy as well, like he would go to different nations and stuff,
Yeah.
and they'd like obviously because he's a president, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna treat him with respect and take you know, give him perfect suites and everything. And he's like, nah, I bring my own tent. So it's like the presidents are like, you know, we have, you know, hotel,
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
a full
He
hotel
just
just for
wants
you.
to
And he's
bring
like,
his tent.
no, I'll sleep in my tent, thanks.
Ridiculous
Crazy guy.
That is.
And I think
Wow.
that's the thing with us. It's like when there's something that goes on, we want to push for it on social media and everything. I mean, like, yeah, there's definitely like a big awareness, but we just stop there, like the full stop. You feel what I'm saying? And then I think it's like, and I think we had this discussion before. It's almost like, what can we really do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I think there's actually a lot that we can do, but we just don't know exactly. You feel what I'm saying? We just think that the best thing that we can do is raise awareness, and we just leave it there. Like what happened, everyone changed the profile to blue. It's like, of course, I think from that incident, everyone kind of knew what was happening, and people were more informed, which is good, 100%.
Yep.
But then people are also wondering, what can we do from here? You know what I'm saying? Like some people are sitting there, it's like, I want to do more though.
Yeah.
You feel? And in reality, I think there is more that we can do, but maybe we're not really educated in terms of what more we can actually do. You know, because over here thinking that we're useless, we can't do much. But reality, yes, you can actually do.
You definitely can. You can go beyond the social media. Really, it's definitely possible. You know, but it's hard.
That's the other
it's
thing.
uncomfortable.
Like,
That's
social
why.
media doesn't actually make a change.
Nah, sometimes it
It
does.
brings awareness. It'll.
It does.
I don't
Bring
think
awareness.
so.
And then
Awareness.
it's up to
I've never
people
seen
to
it make a change on a political level there.
But that's a
Like
thing
think
because
about it,
there's
how
no push,
loud
no,
was
no.
social media about Donald Trump?
Because the thing is, there's no push for it though. Like there's awareness, but then we stop at the awareness part. We don't push for it to reach the state level or for bill to get
but it's
passed
crazy
down.
because to be honest,
Social media is just
pe-
loud.
not
bro.
even that, like protests and all. Like people in power are gonna do whatever they want to do at the end of the day, bro.
That's the other thing.
That is true.
All this protesting.
Protests sometimes
is-
aren't worth it. Just go to someone in parliament, and I'm talking about the Western world, because Eastern world, bro, they're just
Yeah,
they're
crazy.
the people in positions of politics just don't care.
Yeah,
you can't do
Right.
much
So
of it.
you've got to protest.
yeah.
Western world though, like, what's the point of
Who
rioting?
sent that video today of that?
The guy that pulls down the protest and tosses
yeah,
someone's
yeah.
phone into the distance, bro.
That was funny. That was actually
But that was
hilarious.
fair enough. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like,
yeah.
like, why protest for animal rights in the middle of the city? Why not?
Yeah.
Like,
Peak
honestly,
hour.
if your
Exactly.
issue is with butchers and unethical treatment and whatnot,
Don't
go
disturb
protest
it,
at the
yeah.
farms.
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't protest in the middle of the city. Like, yeah, we get it. You want attention, but why are you protesting naked now?
That's
Right?
true.
They literally did that. Like, we can't even chuck you on the news.
Who are the ones
anymore.
that super glued themselves to the
To-
ground?
to the asshole. That.
Idiot, bro. Your skin's gonna come off, fam. You're abusing the animal that you are. Bro, that's just
Some
that's
people are
honestly,
hilarious.
that's just stupid.
Honestly,
like,
some
it's honestly
people are
just
hilarious.
stupid.
All right, this
It's
is
just,
on.
all right. For example, when Kyle Sanderlands
Yeah.
said that nonsense that he said about the Virgin Mary. Do you remember this a
remember-
couple
I'm
weeks
trying to
ago? And he literally said like verbatim. He was like, "It's a lie. It's a bunch of BS, and if you believe in any form of religion, you're an idiot." Right? That's literally what his words were. Right? A bunch of Catholics and Muslims even protested, but they protested outside the radio station,
yeah.
right? Fair enough. That's where
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Like, why am I gonna go
In the
in the
streets.
middle of the streets
Yeah.
of whatever place and
Protest Kyle.
Like, it's ineffective. Just
That's
Stop
true.
everyone's
That is
travels
true.
to work for Kyle.
100%. Like, if I want to pull up, I want to pull up on you. I don't want to
Yeah.
pull up on the
Hello.
whole city.
Oh, we got a shooter in the building.
You guys say I'm gonna pull up on
I'm
you.
gonna pull up.
Yeah, relax, no.
I think there's definitely ways that it's
Put a
like
gun
been
down.
it's like social media and the whole protest and stuff and signing petitions and all that like has actually worked. Even just recently, the one about the guy, I forgot his name, in it's in America where he's scheduled to be executed like soon.
I saw this.
Like
this.
this
Yeah,
month
yeah.
or something,
I
and
understand.
like there was all this evidence coming out that
Really, that he
it
didn't?
wasn't him.
Wow.
That it literally isn't him, and like even before when he had his trial and stuff, the evidence that was pinned against him, like there was no actual
I hate that stuff.
like
I hate it,
factual
bro.
evidence.
It's just dumb.
But then-
I was having this conversation with my parents this weekend.
So the
dumb.
person the lady that he allegedly murdered, her partner was a cop, and so now they're saying that it was her partner who did it, but because it was a cop, they're trying to say that it was like
There's a lot
everyone's
of
trying to
looking
cover
out
him
in the,
up,
police force,
cover
innit?
him and all that stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
so like social media was going crazy. It was literally for like 24 hours.
Damn.
They reached Kim Kardashian.
Love it. Bro,
and now
I love
she's-
that woman.
Honestly, she's
done
making a
so
change.
much
She's
more than
actually
any
making a
lawyer,
change.
any
Oh,
politician.
yeah,
Yeah.
true. Because she's
And
about the law
Bro,
team now,
she's
isn't it?
freed so many
and
people.
she's freed a lot of people, yeah.
No
and
way,
so now
that's
she's
amazing.
reaching out to politicians as well. And I'm like, she's actually, I feel like this is going to do something. Like people, 24 hours it only took, and like they literally reached her. And everyone knows Kim, she has a say. Like she's
She kind of has a say.
Bro,
huh?
she's the most famous woman ever.
exactly. So whatever she says, people are going to listen. Everyone's going to listen. Politicians,
This is
whoever
why
you are.
I respect her,
You're
because
going to
instead of
listen.
her
Like
being
that.
on her whole, FDT, all that kind of stuff,
Yeah,
when everyone's
yeah.
yelling,
Yeah.
screw
She's
Donald
making
Trump
a
and everything,
change.
Yeah.
she's like, all right, I'm just gonna leverage this guy for the stuff that I
Yeah,
need him
yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
And
Right?
it's
And he's
working.
That's
Listen.
so true. 'cause
Honestly,
He's
it's
actually
working.
listened.
I started thinking about that about a lot of because I remember there was at that YG concert how
Yeah.
the kid came up onto the stage and he was telling him to
Oh,
yell
yeah.
out FDT, right? And the kid was like, "I'm not gonna do that."
Oh, really? I never
The
saw
kid
this.
said,
Yeah,
"No,
I
I'm not
saw
gonna."
that.
He got him up on stage and he's like, "Yo," because I think he was full rapping out to the songs or something. And YG gets him up. He's like, "Okay, if you're really about this, yell out, blah 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 blah." And the kid didn't do it. And he's like, "Oh,
White
get him,
kid, white kid or?
white kid, yeah." But even if it was, I wish it was a black kid just to show how dumb it really is,
Yeah.
that thing. But he tells him, "Oh, get him out of here, bro. Get him out the concert." So he kicks the kid out of his concert or something, right? According to
Yeah.
social media
Yeah.
news.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you want him to publicly, so many people's phones recording.
And he's
Yeah.
saying state your name.
Bro, what if
Yeah.
this kid
Say
wants
all
to
this
do all
stuff,
this?
like-
What if
Yeah,
this
he
kid-
told him to state all this.
State your name and everything.
The kid was like, "No, I'm actually trying to have a job in the future. I'm not gonna do that."
At the end of the day, you gotta also remember, like, that's your president whether you like it or not.
Exactly.
President,
Yeah.
bro.
Exactly.
Right? Like, that's your president whether you like it or not.
It's
And,
the-
and
it's-
you are so privileged to be an American or Australian or something where you can even voice that opinion.
Yeah.
Bro, you go to the Middle East, you go Africa, you go somewhere, you
The
say
dictator
anything-
movie, bro. All he does is this.
You think
Finish
that's a
him,
joke?
finish him.
That whole movie is
legit.
based,
Based,
off
yeah.
Yeah.
Gaddafi.
Legit.
Right? And that's exactly what he
insane.
was like.
It's wild, bro. Yeah. But it's like,
Damn.
yeah, all that yelling when you see the celebrities do it, it's like
Yeah,
that
even
yelling
that
is
whole
just-
FDT song, like, I remember at the time I was like, this is
I was
pretty.
no cap, I was
smacks, all that
banging it.
stuff. And then after a while, I was like, this isn't actually the most effective way of, you know. I mean, you can have that opinion, that's fine, but I don't know, like. I feel
Someone
like
did that to Obama. Sheesh, all the people will be going crazy, bro. Everyone will
Obama's
be
a
going
G, bro. What
wild.
you saying, fam?
Everyone will be going
Actually,
wild.
no,
Yeah,
really.
but
yeah.
what's it
Wait,
called? Trump is he's a
OB.
G to some people. Like
G.
clearly, a lot of people, a lot of people favor him because he's the president.
Yeah.
a lot of people voted him in.
Well, that's
so it's
what
like,
I'm saying with social media. It was so loud. Like when you hear about during the election period, it's like it was almost a joke. Like no
he
way this
wouldn't-
guy's
yeah,
gonna win.
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
bro, you don't hear
Yeah.
anyone.
Did you
But
see the
it's because we
But-
subscribe to a certain half of the internet, right? That it listens to what
That's
true.
you know. We all feel a certain way. There's a whole other.
That's what I was
half that-
talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That sings the other song,
That's
right?
the Yeah, thing.
that's
that's
the thing
facts, that's
about
facts,
yeah,
yeah.
you have a different type of social media to what someone else will
Has-
see.
has-
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Damn it, Daniel. I just killed the whole vibe.
Thank you for joining us.
No, I actually wanted to speak on something along this activism vibe as well. Because I've been thinking about it like hard, yeah. Like, so obviously I'm not a vegetarian or a vegan. I like me some meat. Pause.
Spicy.
Yeah, but I was actually thinking about the Melbourne Cup and that. I was like, I actually kind of
Feel bad.
felt bad seeing this, bro. Like,
Well, why you feel bad, man?
well, what? There was a horse that died as well or something, right?
Today?
what is the Melbourne Cup
Again?
for our viewers who aren't in
What is the
Australia?
Melbourne Cup?
I don't really know. All
What
I know is
happened?
It's
Maccabi
just
Diva.
we-
You know, we had a listener from Norway on
just
the
got-
last episode.
we
Shout
got-
out to
Shout
you.
out to you.
Norway, that way. Norway.
We just got jockeys on the horses, and that's it. And they just race
And they
against each
race,
other.
yeah,
That's it.
around a race course.
The race that stops a nation.
Yeah. And there's thousands
Apparently.
or hundreds of people who come and watch and bet on which horse is going to win.
It's
So they put money down.
rich man's event to attend and a poor man's event to try get rich on. That was
Yes.
a bar.
Yes, thank you for that.
Boom.
So, wait, yeah. So you disagree with it?
I found it yeah, bro, a horse died.
Yeah, there've been there's
And
been a few
horses
cases
die
of that.
regularly.
Yeah, there've been a few
And
cases.
most times-
Why is that funny?
Okay, but
A horse died. I'm hurt.
How
you,
dare you?
but we still kill
Yeah.
animals and eat them.
Nah, okay, yeah.
So what's the difference?
You know,
then?
apparently a lot of the horses get turned into pet food after.
Pet food.
I'm not even lying.
Yeah, but see, like, what is the difference between that
okay.
and I was?
That's what
chopping
I'm
up
saying.
cows?
I'm not fully an animal rights activist just yet, but I'm still feeling it a bit. I'm still kind of low key, might be agreeing with
Look,
him.
if you're
you-
vegetarian, okay, I agree what he's saying, but man, you eat meat, you can't talk.
Yeah, hold on.
No. I think it's different to like abuse an animal
Yeah,
and to eat it.
'cause I'm think-
But my
yeah.
thing is, because you know people are like, oh, you're whipping it while it's running. It's like I don't think it hurts the horse that much.
You don't know
Yeah,
that.
no, yeah, for real though,
Like
bro.
think about how strong this animal is,
Yeah,
People say
Think
there's
it-
padding on
alright.
the whips as well.
bro. Think about this. What?
Like padding on
Padding.
the whip.
Apparently,
on the
it's
whip.
not even to inflict pain. It's actually for the noise.
Yeah. Think about this. Yeah.
Yeah,
When we rate how strong a car is, what do we
we
say?
crash it.
No,
Oh, jokes.
wait,
I thought you were talking about the testing, bro.
nah, we say it's got horsepower.
Yeah.
yeah. That's how powerful a horse is.
Legit.
Yeah,
Bro, you get
Like, they're
kicked in the chest by a horse, you're
like
done.
let's say
You're
a
done.
Ferrari's like I don't know 600 horsepower or something.
Yeah,
So it's got the
use
power of
horsepower.
600 horses.
Oh, is it?
I didn't realize horses were that
I could
strong.
be totally
I
capping.
think you're wrong.
I know
I
nothing.
actually think
All
you're
I
wrong.
know is that they use the term
That's
horsepower.
insane.
But I don't know. No. I can't help you there, but I know that.
Okay. All right.
Get it right.
An imperial unit of power equal to 550 foot-pounds per second.
Okay,
That's
so it's
pretty.
the pound
It's the
force.
power that a horse could pull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the
It's the
force.
same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's exactly
It's
what I said.
the
Don't you
same.
rewind that.
600 horsepower. No.
That's what it is.
I don't
So we're
think.
saying because they're strong, it's right to
No,
whip them for
I'm not
entertainment
saying.
purposes.
Nah, all right, calm down. Yes.
No. I'm asking everyone else.
You're getting crazy. All I'm saying is that.
Whose laugh is that? Oh, God.
Welcome our guest Windex.
I was about to say that. Oh gosh. Yeah.
All I'm saying is like using that whip on the horse. I was gonna say something crazy.
Yeah.
Some humans use that
Wait. Relax now.
for fun, like not
Yeah.
in a racist way. What? You know what I'm trying to say?
Wait, I was thinking about it for fun. What do you? Hold on.
Wait, this conversation's gone to track. Rewind.
What did you hear this? Not in a racist way.
Yeah. Wait. No one was even thinking about it like
Nah,
that.
because I realized it might sound stupid after.
This is so spicy. I'm just trying to talk about saving horses, bro.
Okay, we might have to edit that part out.
Nah, we're not editing anything out.
Sam.
Nah, bro, we love you.
We understand.
Run it back, Turbo.
So yeah, whips. Using
All
whips.
I'm
Fun,
saying
yes.
is that horse being hit by that whip is equivalent to me flicking somebody.
Yeah.
That's the level of pain it's gonna
You ever flicked your girlfriend? How crazy did she wild out from it?
unreasonable
So
reaction.
you never know.
So the horse is his girl now. Turns around. Stop it.
Hey, look, this is bad, but
Now, what I do feel bad is how they tie their tongue down and all that kind of nonsense.
I mean, it does happen
Right.
like once a year.
Yeah, but the
You
training.
think this
Yeah,
is
no,
the only
training.
time in the year that they have horse races in the whole world?
Yeah, no, that's true.
You know, like it's not. I mean,
There's
like the whole
competitions that go on that aren't as
the
like
off-
intense.
I mean,
as
the
well.
horses still get to live on, but we over here still chopping up cows, and that's down for the minute.
Nah,
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah, what you
Nah,
gonna say?
I might be some madness with their life and whatnot, but I was in Singapore a couple months ago, and we were at I don't know if it was SeaWorld or whatever it is, and
Flex.
we went swimming with the dolphins.
Yeah.
Or jumped in the pool with the dolphins, and the guy was saying, he was like, these dolphins are treated better than any like human is treated. Right? They get checked up by doctors twice a day
Oh wow.
or twice a week or something. He's
But
like,
the dolphin didn't say he wanted to get checked.
he's
up
like the
twice a day.
fish that they eat
Yeah, gourmet.
is better than if you were to go to the best restaurant and order like, you know, sushi and everything.
Yeah,
he's
no
like,
way.
he's like, the fish that they get served is amazing quality. And I was like, oh man, really? That's crazy. Like they came around to feed them, and I was like,
That's
So
crazy. I wonder
honestly,
why.
these horses that make millions of dollars and stuff, I'm like, maybe they get treated that good as well.
Yeah, look, because think about it, yeah.
'Cause yeah.
They have to win as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
means that you gotta take care of them, massage the horse,
Yeah.
the legs and everything.
100%.
What if the horse just wants to be
Think
a
about
horse?
it. LeBron has to work hard to win.
Sorry, he's LeBron.
So does the horse then.
You have to, LeBron to take care
Is
of
he
his
getting
body.
whipped?
Wait, but the horse didn't sign up
Is
for
he getting
this.
whipped?
Yeah,
No,
but
that's
the
not
horse
the point.
isn't me.
The horse, hey, listen,
The horse is not a human, bro.
The horse is still getting fed like beautifully, bro. When you look at them goose size and all that, yeah, no homo.
We're talking about
Bro,
the-
that's not even a homo.
listen.
That's called bestiality.
Anyways,
Hey, you kind of enjoyed that one a bit too much, Carlos.
the horse is goose size. Bro, why are you laughing
Yes,
from?
the horse is stop. The
Anyways,
horse is good size.
The
Yeah,
horse
yeah.
is goose size and that,
Yeah.
bro.
Had good size.
Bro, he's getting treated beautifully, enough sleep.
Stop getting your hands like that. bro.
getting fed, doing all that stuff in it, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to do all that in order for you to win.
What if
Bro,
it just wants to
no,
run in the
because-
wind
because-
with
hold on.
The
Bro,
black
if you
horse,
don't feed
whatever
this
his name
horse, you
is.
don't take care of it. It's not getting
Yeah.
enough sleep and
Yeah.
that. Then it's almost like there's no point of you participating in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
race.
Why do you think they die though? Because they're getting overworked, like
all right, fair
literally
enough. But
beaten during
my
training
sister
and
yesterday,
stuff.
yeah, she shows me this
maybe,
photo, And she's like, nah, it's kind of, because she was saying it's messed up and all this stuff. And she was showing me, so basically for months, they just run on treadmills, the horses. Like, obviously with brakes and everything, yeah. But they run on treadmills.
Wow.
But the way the treadmills are set
set of
up,
brakes.
like, let's say it's a room that's like 200 meters long, yeah. And then it's split up into like 5 lanes almost of treadmill.
Okay.
And then sections. So each treadmill becomes like the size of a horse. Right, so they have like the space of one and a bit horses to run on, right? But they're like stocked into the room, so like there'd be like, let's say, hundreds of horses in there, right? And she's like that's pretty inhumane and all this stuff. And I was like, at first I was like, oh yeah, it's kind of messed up. And then I was like, wait, when I run on a treadmill, I don't have that much space either.
No, but the way that's set up.
Oh man.
Yeah, but for you can turn it off and stop at any time. For them, the way that it sounds, it's like they have to continuously just keep running.
Yeah, but
running.
horses
like
can do that anyways,
they
bro.
can't like
My
come
was
off.
shattered. He's like, yo,
Horsepower.
Horses can do that anyways,
powerful,
bro.
yeah.
Bro.
But for how long are they?
Remember, we used to
on
use
those treadmills
horses as
for?
a transport. Eh?
Yeah,
Remember that, you know?
well, they were the OG car.
Yeah.
How
They
much
were.
horsepower is your car?
Remember. Don't forget that now. It was camels, horses, yep.
Yep.
And then it was cars.
Yeah, but this is for like entertainment purposes. Just
Yeah.
you know, just treat them well, guys. treat them
We've
well.
progressed quite a long way. We used to do gladiators. That was humans.
Yeah,
doing
that's
that.
bad.
I'm
I-
happy with
I
that.
can't believe
if
actually
you want to
used to do
sign
that.
up to do that. You
They
do
didn't
that.
sign up
That's
for that.
yeah, they just signed up.
Bro, they were
That's
forced to do
crazy.
that as well.
Oh,
Yeah, that's for entertainment,
yeah,
bro.
That's crazy.
That's where thumbs up comes from.
yeah.
Kill him.
Can you
Okay.
believe that? I can't believe that,
Yeah, it's
man.
crazy, right?
I didn't know that was
Think about how many people have died just because.
Gladiators.
that was because, yeah, entertainment.
What a nonsense.
Making them fight with lions and stuff.
And then
man.
now we pretend we're like so, forward thinking and stuff. And then whenever anyone goes to Italy, they're like, I have to see the Colosseum. Like, bro, that's just.
we got a shooter in the building. He's taking shots. Bro, damn, man.
Like, we're all just fake woke.
Nah,
at this point.
yeah, I'm being fake work right now. I'm still gonna go eat a cheeseburger, but like,
Say a horse burger. I mean, if it's tasty,
Don't knock
it's
it till you
tasty.
try it.
Gosh.
Wow.
No, it's too soon, bro. Don't just
Apparently,
try.
camel meat is real nice.
I'm not trying to taste
Camel
no camel
meat.
meat, bro.
What me?
Camel.
Camel.
Oh, camel.
Camel, yeah.
What about some kangas?
I think
I'm alright with kangaroo.
You've had it?
Yeah,
The,
a couple
the
times.
most wild thing I've had is duck.
It's very
Oh,
early.
I hate duck,
Gamey,
bro.
gamey.
So salty, man.
Oh, is it salty? I thought it was just bitter.
Yeah, I don't know. Duck tastes weird ass to me, man.
What have you guys been eating?
Duck.
Duck, yeah. Yeah, we literally just said it, duck.
That's it. Damn, man.
Have you tried duck?
Yeah, I like duck. Duck's good. I think sometimes if they do it bad, it's pretty salty. Like you're talking about the Asians, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes
Like, damn it, man.
it'll,
Do a duck
it'll be
properly.
bad, it'll be salty. But
Okay,
otherwise,
this
it's
was
pretty
Italian.
good. I just don't like that it's got so many little bones in it.
Oh, yeah.
Bones.
Give a dog a bone.
All right, well,
Can't
that's,
go wrong with
that's
chicken.
the end of my activism streak. Like, that's as far as it
That's
extends,
crazy.
really.
How dare you?
How dare you? But yeah, it was just crazy.
Have you guys ever been to the races?
Nope.
Do you plan on ever going
Nah, isn't it pretty
Nope.
expensive?
Nah.
Yeah, it's not my
I'll probably
kind
go
of
to dress
crowd.
up. That's about
to
it.
dress up?
Nah, I don't
dressing
like that
up
stuff.
and
That's
everything
not my crowd.
expensive. Yeah, fair enough.
Have a little champagne.
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 Yeah.
The little
Champagne
Moscato.
papi.
Champagne
Moscato.
poppy.
That's what he
What?
said.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't.
So you guys ain't like the horse died. You guys don't care.
No, I
No, I don't say we don't- I don't say we don't care.
I
Yeah,
just
but-
want to get this off my chest, bro.
But, like, what I'm saying is, like,
All I'm saying is the race is still gonna happen next year.
I know.
Exactly.
You know these rich
I know.
people enjoy that.
Honestly.
You're not gonna stop them.
Nah, rest
You know
in
how much
peace to the
money that
horse,
makes
bro.
for the economy?
100 for the economy. You even
Bro,
said.
those races make so much money. Think about it.
Yeah,
that
everyone
Black Caviar
comes
horse is
out.
like retired.
Is that
and
the name
still
of the
making
horse?
Money.
Yes.
That's the one that used
No, I
to
was
win
thinking
every
of
year.
Black Stallion. All I remember was Maccabi Diva or something. Yeah.
You do not dare call Make the Stallion that again.
You remember that horse? Oh, yo,
I don't follow these horses,
don't
bro.
think
Oh,
so.
you
nah.
weren't in Australia yet, huh? That's crazy.
I was on the boat.
Sorry.
What?
Well,
Oh man, what else is on your mind,
I'm glad
man?
Carlos caught that boat.
The boat.
The boat.
You checked far out, man. You had one chance
The
for that
boat.
diss, bro. Yeah. What else is on yours mind, man?
What you're trying to talk before we wrap it up?
Yeah, honest. How you guys going in life, man? Dang.
Next question, anyways.
Real quiet.
I feel like I'm getting old, to be honest.
You are old,
Yeah?
bro.
Yeah, the year's coming to an end, and I'm turning
26.
23 next year,
Whoa.
and like 2 years away from 25, and it's just halfway.
You know what's
to
crazy though?
50.
Yeah, you're still a whole 2 years away from 25. But
How many equations?
Sorry.
I did quite a few. But yeah, no. I've just been thinking about life, you know, and what the next step is.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Marriage? Wait, saddest thing this Sunday.
Oh no, what happened?
What happened?
Marwa is just messing about after church, yeah, and she's talking to Daniel's younger
Oh.
sister,
Oh,
and how did it go down?
I don't even know how it started.
Have you guys told her the truth yet?
did we?
I had to tell her
Okay.
because I felt bad. I felt bad. I think we were
Such
just
a
having
sook.
like
Such a
a
sook.
normal conversation, and she saw something on my phone, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's my ring." And then she's like, "Oh, what do you mean?" And I was like, "Oh, Daniel proposed to me." And then she's like, "What?" And then she just got so upset.
I don't know
And
why she
knowing
got so
Daniel
upset.
played along with it, I think that's why she.
But why did she get
got
upset,
upset
though?
because she's like, "Oh, why didn't you guys tell me? No one told me. The whole family knew."
She's like 10.
But I didn't know. She just wanted to be a part of it.
She's
She was actually
11.
like,
Whoops.
she was upset. She cried, and I felt bad, but it was just funny. It was
I'm
funny.
like, damn, man. I mean, I love that though. That she's
Yeah.
that invested in the relationship.
She wants to know. So
It's crazy. Imagine you break up.
that's a shame for you. That's your loss, fam.
I
Honestly.
throw it
Yeah,
out.
This podcast will just have to keep going without Daniel.
Hey, remember how
I
we
think
spoke about
so.
that? We
Yeah.
spoke about this.
Yep.
It's like
I think Daniel just
if it
don't
does
show
happen, someone has to miss
we'll
out on the
replace him.
podcast.
We'll replace him.
No.
One episode with Daniel.
No, look,
Oh,
we'll
yes,
have
wow,
both
wow.
of y'all on. All right, but I don't know how it's gonna work. But we'll have both of y'all on. You guys can't sit next to each other. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no.
Or actually, I got a better
That's
idea.
the best way to do
One
it.
of
'cause
y'all
I
have to be
look at
here, and the other one is just Bluetooth.
it. No.
We'll call you from home.
The whole time. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Bruh.
Daddy will call you from
It's
home.
Definitely gonna be me that's on Bluetooth because you guys are dog, and I'm gonna be thinking I'm having a bomb conversation. Really, the Bluetooth volume is gonna be fully down on the whole talk, bro. So you guys
Yeah, 'cause
try.
I'd do that. I'd do that. If you and your partner were to like break up, would you still be like around for their family and stuff?
For their family.
Yeah, like would you still come around?
Bro,
say,
what am
hey?
I, rude?
think-
Where I go, you
No,
go.
listen,
Your
I'm not
people
gonna lie.
will be my people.
That was a death.
I don't want to attack anyone, but I think that's an excuse to see them.
Wait, why? No, if you
Deadass.
built a relationship
Nah,
with their like siblings, their mum.
Nah, people are fake ass, bro. They want to bro. That ass want to come to the house pretending that they want to spend time with your younger sister or brother or whatever.
But really,
But they're really to see if you're home and they just want to flex a little bit.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine spending time with an ex's family.
Bro, she said.
Should still be friends with your siblings?
because
Yeah.
I've built that relationship where we
Okay.
hang out without you.
That's
You know,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying. We hang out without him being. He doesn't have to be there for us to hang out. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm saying
yeah, I
now
know,
if we
but,
break
like,
up,
No,
But
no,
it's
look,
always
look.
gonna be, oh, that's Daniel's siblings.
Yeah. Look.
why can't they be
It
my
makes
friends?
sense. It makes sense for you. No. It makes sense for you to hang out with them, whatever. Do what you gotta do. But then now, in order for you to come to the house now and still trying to hang out with my siblings, what's going on, fam? But but then now for you to come to my house
Yeah.
now and then saying, oh yeah, I built a relationship with your niece or whatever. No. Like hang out with
miss
them.
They're my family. They're
like
my
if
family.
you like, yes, you might have a relationship with my sister or whatever, but you guys hang out of home because the reason why you came to my house, yes, maybe because of my
I
siblings,
brought you here.
but most
I
because of
made
me. You can't wait. What?
I
Damn.
don't know.
Bro, you right there?
I got in my actor
So
bag.
you
just
came
then.
to my house
Yeah.
because you came to see me, and then you spent time with my family. Yeah. But then now that we're breaking up, you tell me that you still want to come to my house, spend hours with my siblings. Makes no sense.
You just want jollof.
What?
Low key.
Yeah, that's facts.
What?
So I think it's an excuse when people say I'm here to just hang out
Who
with
you thinking
your
of, bro?
Maybe it is.
You got, you got hot
I
kind of
know,
quick.
it is.
The temperature turned up
People
quick.
always tell me, oh yeah, you know, spending time with a fam. I'm like, bro, you guys
Carl, so what
broken
would you
up.
do if your brother dated your ex?
Oh,
Bro, I saw madness on thing. Yeah, go. Answer that first. But I saw a weird
I don't know.
post today.
How do you guys feel about that? I feel it very
I
uncomfortable.
get
Siblings
That's
dating
weird.
your
Alright,
ex.
get this. There was a post today I saw
But it
on
happens,
IG. Shut up, bro. Sorry.
yeah.
Someone was dating someone.
looks bad on you.
Sorry. Someone was engaged to someone. Yes?
Yeah.
You said red looks bad on me.
That's all this.
Sad guy.
about this, yeah.
Someone was dating, was engaged to someone. They ended up the man she was engaged to cheated on her with her cousin, right? Yeah. Now her cousin and her ex-fiance are getting married, and she gets an invite to the wedding.
No way.
And her auntie is trying to say, "Come on, family's this, family first." Like, you know,
Give a damn.
it's a whack thing, yeah.
What?
Bro.
So
That's terrible.
Bro, I'd go to the wedding just to beat up.
Really?
everyone.
Oh yeah.
Just to beat up everyone.
Why not?
Bro. If,
Go and stunt. Go in a white dress.
No. Oh,
Honestly,
trust
go in a,
mouth.
But
go
that-
in
No,
a
it's
white dress.
I mean,
why
and
not?
holding a fart until the vows are being
Wait,
exchanged.
what?
As they're
Only Noah's gonna say
as they're
this.
about to kiss, you may now kiss the right.
Damn.
Why is that even something?
Oh my god, who did that? Yuck!
Wow.
Anyways, I mean,
If you guys can see, Noah just broke his headphones.
Oh, please tell me it fixes back right. It does, yeah.
it's one of those that slides in.
I hope so.
I
for your
mean,
sake.
look, it's only the cousin.
What?
Huh?
Are you
No,
mad?
no, it's because they cheated. I think that's
Yeah,
where
that's
it's like
whack.
you draw the line. You
Imagine,
cheated.
That's no,
That's
no.
not
For
right.
bro, imagine your trash cousin, bro, or your trash fiance, whatever.
No, everyone.
You're
trash
everyone's
human.
trash. Your
Trash,
trash
just
auntie.
if you cheated,
bro.
in general.
Your cousin's engaged to this person.
Yeah.
You allow them to cheat with you, and also you as the fiance is cheat, bruh. Nah, this whole family.
Is just everyone that's in a
whole
relationship
family.
But
with
maybe
someone
the
in your
cousin-
family just off limits? Like, isn't that just obvious?
No,
Yeah,
cheating
it
is off limits.
Oh, that too.
All that too.
But yeah, no, families. You can't date my
Yeah. So with the
ex.
brother thing, if your brother dates your ex, what's your?
Or if your father dates your ex,
Oh.
did he?
Isn't that Diddy? Yeah.
Oh, that.
That one's just not right. She's like 21 and he's 50.
How's Steve Harvey gonna come through with this is how you should date? This is how you should do this.
bro.
This is
And
how
then-
relationships
And
work.
then-
And then Laura's like, no, this is how we do it.
That's crazy, bro. But yeah, nah,
Carlos, what would you
That's
do?
messed up, innit?
nah.
But what can you do? He's your brother.
Yeah, like T-Benz, I don't think I would care.
Yeah.
You would care, but you can't do anything
know,
about
No,
it.
like I'll be in a different relationship. I'm
Yeah, that's what I was
okay.
gonna say. With
Like,
me, when it comes to that, I'm like, if you actually guys are genuinely in love, then
No.
you're genuinely no.
What do
bro.
you mean? You're already over.
So you've kissed your brother's wife before?
I was first.
like if it's okay with it.
Yeah.
Look, if it's
no,
okay with
it
it, then
is
yeah,
first.
bro, that's on you, innit? You know what I
No,
mean? Yes,
I-
no, I'm saying that's
you
on
guys
you.
are actually like capping so
You're
hard.
lying.
No,
I know
no.
you would feel some type of way. She's coming over to the house with your
Nah.
brother.
I'm saying that.
Nah,
I'm saying.
nah,
I'm saying that. I'm saying that my
100%.
heart is already 100% to
Bro,
someone
she
else.
used to
I
sit
don't
next to
know
you at
about
the dinner table. Now she sits on the other
Bro,
side.
but
with
I'm
your
not
brother.
single. I'm not single anymore. Like,
Nah.
What if you are single?
What if you
What
are
if
I'm
single?
not. I'm not like.
Wait, are you saying you're not single anymore?
Hello.
No, I'm saying by that
Ooh.
time. I'm saying by that
Carlos
time,
is off
innit?
the market.
This is how we
Carlos
do
is off
it.
the market.
This is how we do
Carlos
it.
is off
Bro,
the
guys, be
market.
quiet. We've done this again.
We don't have a backing track. This
I'm
time.
saying is, like, if I'm
Hey, use your words.
If you're 100% over.
over
Yeah.
my ex, then I don't really care who goes there.
I think there's rules, regulations. With
Nah,
that
that's
stuff.
the thing with me because I know definitely.
I know.
Shut up, bro. I'm talking.
No, shut up. You interrupted me. Where you go? Be quiet, fam.
Does that same thing apply for like your homie?
To be honest, if my homie goes there, I actually don't care too. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
Really?
it's like I would expect my homie to know what's up. But at the same time, if you go there,
Yeah, see?
That-
no,
but
no.
then-
That
that's
means there's a
different.
what's
Yeah.
up.
No. It's just expectation. It's like that's it. But I'm not saying that I'm gonna feel a way about you going there. It's not like
Nah,
I'm,
you know-
I'm not gonna feel jealous or anything because
It's
like
not about
yo,
jealous. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
Nah,
No.
she's another person
Nah,
for him
she's-
now. Like
Yeah.
they're together
You guys are
now.
lying.
Okay, maybe
No.
maybe
You guys
for
are lying.
friends, and it depends how deep your relationship was with that person. But for sibling, bro, even if I dated that girl for like 3 minutes,
what?
you can't have that. That's finished.
But bro,
She's
tell
off bounds.
me, what is the point
Alive.
of feeling away when you are clearly in love with
It's
someone
not about
else?
feeling
It's
away
the
when you're.
principle.
It's
Like
the
how you gonna
principle.
date someone that I
For me,
dated?
see, the principle does not lie on me, it lies on them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because they're the one that have to uphold this principle. How can I uphold that principle?
Bro, you know what this is like? This is like you grow up and you leave your parents' house when you get married, and then your parents start looking after some other kid.
No.
And you're gonna feel some type of way. Hey, just because I'm not living in the house doesn't mean I'm not your kid anymore.
Even if that does happen, I wouldn't care.
Wait, what? No.
I think I'm tired.
No.
But you get my point. My point is
Nah,
that
I fully agree with you, bro.
in terms of principle,
Shut up.
I've already done my side.
say
It's
something.
only up to my homie, up to my brother to uphold. If they don't, then it's up to you, fam.
Hey, man. All right.
What you gonna say?
Man, I remember, bro.
You just wanted to make some noise, this guy.
think
Yeah.
so.
If I break up, like,
this.
I'm fully.
No.
Like, I'm
no,
like.
That's not true.
I know that I
Also,
wouldn't.
it did.
No.
Oh yes, you break up.
I know.
is gonna end in a fight.
I know I wouldn't ever fully break up with someone unless I'm definitely ready for that to be done.
That's not true.
100%.
What if breaking up
that's
is not
not
even in
true.
your
'Cause,
control?
yeah,
If I
exactly.
got broken up with,
Yeah.
that's a madness.
It could never.
See, I think now that changes the narrative a little
See,
bit.
yeah.
If you're still in
That's
love,
what I was gonna say. Also, it changes the whole
yeah.
scenario. If you break up on bad terms, it's probably easier
Yeah.
than if you break up on good,
Good
terms.
terms, yeah.
I don't want to ever break up on good terms.
Why did you
Nah, I don't know. To be honest, I think I prefer the opposite. If you break up on good terms,
You'd rather break up on good terms?
Yeah, because if you break up on good
Feelings are
terms,
still
No,
there.
that's
though.
just-
because that
exactly.
means no.
If you break up on bad
It's
terms,
better if you cheated, bro. Trust. What? No, it's don't cheat, obviously, but it's better if something
Bro,
bad
there's
happens.
something wrong with these guys. Black men, crazy.
Black man is crying. Listen, it's better if something madness happened because
Yeah, yeah, you're
because
right,
imagine
you're
it's
right,
like
you're right.
honestly, it's like, you know what? I love you so much, but
We should go separate
we
ways.
honestly should just go
It's-
separate ways now.
it's
It's
not a-
because
it's not a
now
good
that's
thing.
just situational, bro. Imagine situations change, the love will reignite
Like,
maybe
And
situation.
now imagine you still love her and she's
with your
at
brother.
your house with your brother.
I'm
And then
so
what?
sorry.
And it is what it is, fam.
Nah,
you know what I'm
you gonna
saying?
be hurt crying every
You
night.
know,
You
yeah.
gonna be crying.
How
in
you
your
gonna do this
room.
to me?
Cup full of
you guys want to
rosé.
watch a movie? It's good up, brother.
But
Honestly.
yeah, like I wouldn't care.
We all ignored
But at the same
Daniel
time, it's
singing.
like if we're close and we're homies, and that's like I expect some type of loyalty as well. But if you don't want to uphold that, then that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Because I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
ask that question you asked in the podcast. Speaking on all this loyalty stuff.
which one.
Let's put it out to the listeners.
Loyalty.
No, let's ignore no singing now.
Which one?
Damn.
1 minute 30.
It's 1 hour,
Oh.
smart guy.
Oh, but I said so 1 minute. Okay, guys, I think that's my time is up. Okay.
Before we wrap it up, yeah, the
Wrap it up,
question. Remember that
Dean.
question you asked about the loyalty? Let's pose it to other people because I
Loyalty.
want to get a widespread answer from this. Now.
Okay, yeah.
I think I've definitely found the answer, and that what we agreed on was correct, right?
Yeah.
But the question was, if you're in a relationship, because we kind of stemmed from, do you have to tell your partner everything? Question.
Yeah.
You're in a
Oh, that one.
relationship,
Yeah.
you know, you're in a you also have a very loyal friendship. You know, you guys have built a very strong relationship as friends. You're homie. Day one, you're slime, you're slack,
You're slack.
you're slack,
But we do. Come
slime.
on, fam.
You know what I mean?
Do that in
You guys have built a dangerous relationship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And your homie wants to come and tell you something that's gonna actually impact you, which indirectly or directly is gonna also impact your relationship. But they tell you, don't tell your partner this. As a faithful black man or as a faithful partner, someone who's in a relationship that's serious, don't you have a responsibility to actually tell your partner something that might impact them? Just like loyalty aside, is it not greater to tell your partner? But we'll put that out to the people, you know what I mean? Because we've already discussed it kind of. I mean, the conclusion, let me just say the conclusion we came to. Conclusion we came to is the best way to approach this situation is you tell your homie, before you tell me this, if it's going to impact my
Impact
partner,
that,
I have a duty to tell
tell
them
my
this.
partner,
I have
yeah,
to
yeah.
let them know about
Yeah.
this. You do with that as you wish. If you want to still tell me, then you have
That's
to
the
do
risk
that
you
with
take
the
it, yeah.
understanding that I'm going to tell them. If you haven't told them that though, is it now disloyal to tell your partner after your homie said that? Same.
So all I've understood is that you and Carlos have discussions without Marwa and I.
This was in the chat.
He was in the chat.
He's-
You were
When
somewhere.
you were
doing-
quiet.
No, he came in.
No,
and,
he was doing something. He was somewhere.
And then
He was-
he was.
But he was seeing it, but he was busy. I remember.
Yeah, he was busy.
He was
We're,
busy.
we're doing crazy voice recording.
Oh, this is the
Yeah,
night I
yeah.
came back from Sydney, or I was in Sydney or something.
Yeah.
Yes. No, you were still in Sydney.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing, man, but
He was worshiping God, bro.
is that what you're doing? Good job.
Jesus.
And that's
Hey,
where we
please don't
wrap
ever
it up.
sing. Yeah, that's it. All right, man.
Hey, man. Nah, I appreciate everyone, man.
100%.
Y'all are
love
dope.
man.
Thank you for really sticking with us on this
you.
journey of podcasting,
Honestly.
man.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
good.
man. I'm
Continue
liking
to
this.
subscribe,
Yeah.
guys. You know,
Like
like
us.
and share. Share around.
Okay, you just wrecked that.
Bring
Good stuff coming up, so just wait on it, man.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is yet, but just good stuff. I feel it. I feel it. You not feel it?
I feel it.
I feel it.
I can see it.
coming.
I can feel it.
So what? We gonna sing every episode now or something?
We might
I
have to.
think
might
that's
have
the
to.
thing.
TDP choir is
Nah.
Yeah,
established
let's
now.
get it.
Nah.
Okay, guys. What song?
We'll sign off on a good track. What's
Okay,
a good
what's
track?
that?
First, let's say goodbye. Have a disruptive week.
Goodbye. Okay, now let's give the
Say
song.
your part, bruv.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Disruption Podcast.
Yeah.
It's been an incredible time. Make sure you have a disruptive week.
Boom.
Disrupt some standards.
Yeah. Change the norm. Challenge the norm.
Thank you, bro.
That's the one.
Yeah. I can see the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. And we out. Bro, what the heck?
I can see
No, it was like,
things.
yeah, and then I was like, no.
I can see.
You have glasses. Bye.